All right, guys. So sorry I'm late. I was just putting the finishing touches on the Nightmare Fuel Fire for the grand finale. Jess, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so I'm so excited for the big episode. Duff, should we tell her what we have in store?
Oh, please, let's. You do it. How about that?
Yeah, so you know that we went down to Tampa to see The Weeknd a couple of days ago, right?
Yes.
Well, I have a bit of a story to tell you. It's kind of a long story, so it may involve red robes. It may involve me trying to quickly learn some interpretive dance. It may involve me then sneaking backstage to, talk to Abel, and I ended up kind of hitting it off. We bonded very quickly. We both love key lime pie. We are both proponents of properly lubricated reproductive organs during coitus.
Okay.
We just kind of, ended up having a lot in common. And he wants to come on the show for the big 100th.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. He has some more things that he wants to talk about the house that Entertainment
Like, ladies
Weekly.
and gentlemen, the weekend.
Yes.
Weekend?
We get to say that on our big. He's calling right now.
Oh.
He's ready to come. Oh yeah,
I'm not-
God. I'm not ready.
Okay, all right.
I'm so nervous.
Okay, all right.
I've
Let
never
me
even
try to answer. Okay, let's pick up the call. Hello, Abel.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Oh, did you guys hear that? What was that?
No.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Abel, you there?
Abel.
He sounds nothing like his
howdy.
record.
Yeah. This is weird, guys. Is this a?
Hey, howdy, hey.
Hello? What?
Hey, howdy, hey. Hey, howdy, hey.
Oh no! It's Nico!
Hey!
Ah, shit!
Howdy, hey!
Welcome, horror fam, to HHN 365, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. My name is Mike, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Duff and Jess. How's it going, guys?
100.
Y'all did it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we need to do an
Exhausted.
obligatory Duff.
Huh?
Do you believe it?
Oh, that's me. Hold on. Mike, can you believe this is our 100th episode already?
We did it. And we also have someone. Turns out he is not dead. He was just stuck on a slot machine at Seminole Hard Rock and playing Buffalo Gold. Nico, what's up, man?
Hey, howdy, hey.
Oh, that was a good one.
Ooh.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
You've been waiting to do that.
Building,
bro.
yeah, I've been edging my hey, howdy, hey for a long
Oh
time.
my God.
Yeah.
God, I already regret doing this episode.
You're
Yeah.
not the only one.
We got some fucking pipes regardless. So
What do we have in store, guys? I guess we should probably talk about our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, because you always get mad if I don't.
Yes,
That
I
is
do.
HHN365 on Twitter and Instagram. Or we also have a brand new TikTok that is HHN365.
is it still brand new at this point?
I would say it's still it's brand new to me. But then
Well,
again, I was gone for like a year.
maybe-
so-
It's pretty popular.
Maybe new, but it's lost the brand at very least.
Okay, it's all right. It's our new-ish.
There'll be a new video tomorrow.
Yeah, and it is doing great. And you can also leave us a voicemail at 407-906-4134. And speaking of voicemail, that is the main thing we have in store for the show.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming most people listening already knew the number because they just called it recently, because holy shit, we got a lot of voicemails.
Before we get to them, though, we have a lot to talk about. We do have some surprises. We have some surprises
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Okay, yeah, there's news and rumors, but we're gonna get to the fun stuff first, right?
I think we need to
We
get to
got
our surprises that we have in store.
You can't keep it a
thought
secret anymore.
Yeah,
Let-
you thought we were just going to do. We have an actual surprise.
We do.
we
Let's start
have
with
two.
one that we've already told them what's going to happen and give them the full details, and then we'll get to the surprise.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead, Duff.
Yeah,
Take it
sure.
away.
So, like we told you last week, we were planning on a live trivia event that is actually in person. It's not streamed. You're going to show up. Full details. It's going to be Wednesday, August 31st. So, right before opening weekend. Apologies if you're a team member, because since we last talked about it, has been confirmed that is going to be a team member preview night for Horror Nights. So, apologies. Maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. It is going to be at 8 p.m. Although I'd say probably if you want to guarantee yourself a spot, get there before 8 p.m. because it's a limited capacity, and it's going to be at Half Barrel Beer Project. And if you want to write this down or just Google it, it's 9650 Universal Boulevard, Unit 143, Orlando, Florida 32819, and that's just a few miles down the road from Universal Orlando Resort, of course, on Universal Boulevard. Prizes will be awarded at least to the top 3 finishers. Maybe some other goofy prizes in between. We'll see how that goes. We got some kinks to work out, but that's the event details itself.
Yeah, Duff's watering hole.
Yep, it is. I love that place. We got a tweet immediately like, "Hey, I was just there. That place was great." I was like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah.
Plenty
again,
of parking in the parking garage there. If you can't find parking right outside of the establishment, don't worry.
That's actually a great tip because the parking lot in front of it's pretty small,
good.
but just behind it there's a parking garage that's free to park in.
Yes.
So
Oh,
it's
love
very
it.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 spots. That
I
are
have
designated.
parking anxiety when I go places, so I look that stuff
Yeah,
up.
me
so
too. So
thank you for
that's
telling
why
me.
I'm letting people know. Yeah, don't worry, plenty there. Or Uber there, park at the Publix next door, and walk over.
Yeah, yeah. There's
I'll
beer.
bring you there
There's
first,
beer
Jess,
involved,
too. So you
Yes.
can,
Field trip.
So anyone who just wants to kind of know the gist of what the place is, it's basically a nano brewery / craft beer bar / bottle shop. So a lot of craft beers, great selection all the time, great people who work there. So it'll be a good time. We'll have a lot of fun. And to be more transparent about the whole limited capacity situation, it is under 50 people is the capacity. So again, make sure you want to get there early. No guarantee we bring that many people, but there could already be other people there as well. So we'll see how that goes. But we do
we're not
have our
renting
own
out the
spot
place.
set up, so you'll be good to go if you show up at least 30 minutes early.
Yeah, and celebrate opening week.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. I am very excited.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love trivia. Oh my god.
Slightly nervous. Our first in-person anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, we get to listen. We get to meet a lot of our listeners, guys. I know you guys have met a lot of them. I disappeared for forever, and I have only met like a handful. So I'm excited to really to meet everybody.
Yeah, I will say there's one more exciting thing we're gonna have here, and that's tied to our actual surprise. That Jess, do you want to talk about that one?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
What? The big one?
The big one.
The big one. I think are we ready?
Oh my god.
I think so.
Now I'm nervous. Ooh, I didn't know this was my honor. So HHN 365 is releasing a line of t-shirts.
What? Awesome.
We are.
To put it simply. But to, I guess, explain it more, it's 5 designs, so 5 shirts right now. And when you're listening to this, it releases today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. Yeah. So some of the designs are going to be some old favorites that you may have, if you're a long time listener, you may, we did release a Slaughter Cinema t-shirt back with the Haunt Vault, which I believe is no longer up and running. So we have kind of taken that one over, and we released like we designed like a little card, I think it was, right, Duff?
Kind of like a small poster. Jess
It was
has
like
one.
a
Ask her.
like a little.
I do. I have it. So here's the funny thing. Before I joined you guys, I had that subscription box.
That we're
and
not going to talk about. Yeah.
But that's where the card came from, and I didn't realize it was 365. Vanity Ball is my favorite. I talk about it all the time. But I had it on I have like a gallery wall of HHN, like little art, and it had been on my wall for a year before I joined you guys.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I
that
remember
design.
seeing that before you killed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That design is my favorite. I've always loved that design.
So good.
It turned out really well. Of the artist we had to do it for us, and it's really great. And I've always loved it, and I've always wanted
Mhm.
to release it somehow else. And so it's coming along with a few other surprises that I think. Are we gonna? Those are
Yeah.
we're
No,
gonna wait
let's do it.
for.
Why-
Yeah, we
why
can talk
not?
about it.
Oh, yeah,
By
we
the
go
time-
through each one. Yeah,
By the time most people listen to this, they'll have already seen the video or
Yeah.
have
perfect.
the availability to.
So if you want to
Awesome.
see them, go check out the video that'll be on all social medias. But so can we talk about Pumpkin Lord? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the headliner, our Pumpkin Lord shirt,
Yes.
which Jess, not only is the design pretty cool, what is special about this specific shirt that we're doing?
So this shirt will be hand bleach dyed by me, every single one of them. So it's kind of like a old style hip hop tee with Pumpkin Lord on it. And everyone will be unique, but they all will be like bleach dye, acid wash, that kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
It looks so cool. They turned out so great.
I love them. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that one.
Yeah, it's I think going to be the most popular probably. But we also have, speaking of popular within the show, a Graveyard Games reference shirt, which I know Jess specifically enjoys quite a bit. And that's going to be, of course, Ascension Parish Cemetery is where everything kind of takes place there. There's a specific historical site sign in Louisiana where we have made it the Ascension Parish Cemetery. And Sid and Nancy may have put some graffiti on the sign.
Yes, yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
a little pocket logo. It looks very cool.
Yeah, it might be
I like
one
it.
of the shirts that I actually will buy.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like a
You didn't have to
subtlety.
put it like
Someone
that.
someone who has
Jeez.
famously been anti HHNT.
Yeah, it's a very more of our subtle. I like that too. I'm
Yeah.
like Nico. Like sometimes I like to get flashy, and sometimes I just like little subtle references. And this is
Mhm.
one for those who like the little subtle shirts. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's good.
I feel like I should also take the last one because I've been the most against this kind of thing, to be honest.
Ooh.
So I think I've said it on the show before that I've never wanted to do anything where we just put our logo onto a shirt and sell it. Because when we make something, it's not just to sell. We want to make something that we want to wear, you know. And
Yeah.
I don't want to wear an HHN 365 plastered on the front of my
Yeah,
shirt.
you're never gonna see our faces on anything.
No.
Right?
God, no.
But we had to, no offense to anyone who does. It was
Oh,
fine.
no,
it's okay. Yeah, it's
Not
okay.
our
It's just
thing.
not for
It's just
us.
not a
Just for
thing.
us.
It's just not a thing. You're not. Yeah.
But yeah, so to kind of do something in our style, we've taken the font and colors of our logo and it just says Horror Fam. So as a nice nod to the podcast.
Yes, because we have had people request, something for the podcast. Because these are all kind of like HHN shirts. We have had requests for a podcast tee, and so this is kind of our version of that.
Mhm.
It says Horror Fam on it, and then all of the shirts have a little our tiny little logo, kind of on the back. So you are repping HHN 365, but very very subtly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I will say this is our first release, but we already have a lot planned moving forward. It will go beyond t-shirts. Some of that stuff, to be honest, was almost included. Hat,
Yeah.
shorts, sweatshorts.
There are
We had
things
other
that
stuff that was
like-
almost included, but we'll just blame supply chain issues like every company I've dealt with
yeah.
for now. But there is a
it was
lot
rough.
more in the future. Not only more designs, but more products in general.
Yeah. And with that being said, so it's a pre-order right now. So when you're listening to this, as of 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 10th, so it's a pre-order. If you order before August 17th, I'm going to say at midnight, we're guaranteeing if you're local in Orlando, we will find a way to get you your shirt for opening weekend if that's what you would like.
Mhm.
Whether that be at trivia or theme park pickup, we're going to offer that to local people maybe like once or twice a week when we're there. If you're not local, understand we'll still be able to ship it to you. We just can't guarantee by opening weekend, but you'll have it for the event.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. So
Yeah.
very excited about that. We put a lot of work into the video and the content for the release in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of
Nico.
help.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Duff. I really think that like Jess kind of was kind of the driving force behind us finally getting the ball rolling on this, because I know you and I have kind of talked about doing like this for a while, but it was kind of like when we're ready,
was
and
very
then
much
Jess kind of was like, why not now? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Jess and I discussed it, and she was just very much ready to go at that moment.
Yeah, she took on a lot of the stuff that we were afraid to do, and told us, no, we can do this, and we did it.
And we should thank the very large team that we had help produce and model everything for us.
Yes.
So we actually did it kind of separately too. We had our friend Nate assist us. Like I mentioned, Nico was shooting. Nico's wife Holly also assisted, and then modeled. Just stepped up in the middle of the
Threw a
shoot.
shirt
Model.
on.
That was great. My girlfriend Mary assisted as well. We had Daniel. We had Ashley. We had Alex. We had Andrew.
My husband.
We had Eugene.
We can't forget Eugene.
How could you forget Eugene?
I didn't forget. I was still talking. I was just
I'm sorry.
I was just pausing.
And you had my garage.
And we had your garage. Yeah.
Mike was the host with the most the entire time we took over his house. So
it was very hot in my garage, and I went full Dan mode, union rep, and I was making sure that everyone had water, everyone was getting breaks. I think at one point I brought out wet rags for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite the process. It was a lot of fun, kind of surreal, and very grateful that we had so many people willing to assist with that.
Yeah, and we
thank you guys. Thank you. If you're listening to this, I know I didn't get to thank everyone individually while you were leaving, but thank you so much. If you worked on this, I sincerely really appreciate everyone who stepped up and helped us with that shoot.
And not that we're not excited about this and want to keep talking and waxing poetic about everything going on, but this is going to be a very long episode, so we should.
We're already like 20 minutes in.
Into news and rumors, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So news and rumors. The main thing, as usual, is going to be HHN 31 construction. Before that, drop a real quick thing. Cabana Bay is going to have an event again. Not many details were posted about it. It was actually just a Twitter post, and not much details provided. But it's going to be Universal Monsters Gallery of Legends, which they described as a walkthrough picture. I gotta pull it up, but we got to confirm that there is going to be something. I think we already had the confirmation that there would be. It kind of leaked out.
Yeah, right? There were job postings on I think like Lowe's internal like websites or something, and somebody took a screen grab of it.
They describe it as a Universal Monsters themed photo gallery experience exclusive to Universal Orlando hotel guests. It's going to be the Spooky Swizzle Lounge, or it says and the Spooky Swizzle Lounge. Is that something separate? Or are they saying it's at?
Well, the lounge is the one. Well, that last year it was the Icons Bar and the Jacked Up Experience.
So it's probably still both, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
They didn't give the other part a name or anything. So
do you think there's going to be a giant prop along this year like there was last year with the blender?
I hope there's something.
Well, that'd be cool.
I really
they just move the vacation monsters over there.
Yeah, or they just rethemed the blender.
it's a monster blender.
Oh, look, the Wolfman's controlling it now.
All right, but like I said, otherwise it's literally just HHN 31 construction. Let's run through this quick. Jess, you want to assist since you've spent just as much time in the parks looking at this shit as me?
God, yes, 2 days in a row now. Where are we starting?
Production Central.
Trusses. There do be 6 trusses in production.
I love me some trusses.
I do love a good truss.
Yeah, especially in production central.
Those went up overnight because I was there yesterday. Nothing. I was even saying, "Wow, there's no construction over here," and then boom, trees are removed, trusses are up.
Half the trees are still there. I'll point out something we talked about last week, and people love talking about the trees still being there. Half the trees are gone, half remain.
How long will the other half last?
Probably not by the time you hear this.
Can we get a tree update? I'll ask.
Next
how many more trees? Yeah.
We have a new TikTok to make now. Yes.
Oh, God.
Tree
how
update.
many trees are missing?
If we head over into Hollywood, of course, we know about Nettlewood Cemetery and all the props out there. They've added a couple new arch props of the same style. And then to the previous larger props, they've added like a lot of the weathering detail and kind of like some overgrown foliage on it as well. But that's about all the additions there. How about Central Park, Jess?
So that same structure that I can't stop talking about, apparently, it's now confirmed that people will be standing on it. There's a ladder on both of them.
And safety railings around it too.
And safety railings. So I don't know what that means. There's still no theming. There's lanterns in the trees, and some more speakers, but that's really all there was so far.
Yep.
Cool.
San Francisco, which only had like the big truss and some lighting before, now got some serious props. Kind of confirming the witches rumor. It's a stage. It's witches. There's like a
Big
boiling
cauldron.
pot. But it's Nordic.
Yeah, it's like ruins, but also some of the I was saying like the knotwork looks Celtic almost too.
Yeah. I mean,
which like it could be the same, but
yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I'm an expert on that.
No.
So
me neither.
Isn't there a rumored witch house as well?
Spirits of the Coven.
Yes.
Sorry,
Hey.
that's one of my most hyped. Well, if that's true, because it hasn't been.
Yeah,
confirmed.
but yeah. So
Down for that.
And where is that location rumored? Are they going to be like tie-in? I love tie-in scare
Fast and
zone.
Furious. No,
No.
not quite. It would seem that the themes of the two wouldn't be the same based on rumors either.
Okay.
So slightly interesting, and I want to see how that works out. If they're completely different, obviously that makes sense. If they're anything alike, it is kind of strange that they'd be far apart instead of just trying to make them work.
Yeah.
But we'll see, I guess. But they're not rumored to be. This is not rumored to be at the exit of the Spirits of the Coven house.
No, that's rumored to be Blumhouse, that location right now.
Okay, so Fast and Furious is rumored to be Blumhouse. Gotcha.
Yeah, which it's weird. Also, we were trying to figure out where the house is going to exit from because we assume it's going to enter in the Fast and Furious entrance because it looks kind of like there's an entrance over there. But the exit, there's no space to exit a house through where that scare zone is, where that stage is.
We'll probably just send you out the back. There is that like giant like driveway between there and the first aid station.
So we were thinking it could be that one by First Aid or the gate that is also between Fast and Furious and
King's
London.
Cross, yeah.
Oh, that seems a bit of a walk around there. But that would be nice to have people go through there and skip a bad scare zone. So that's always good.
Yeah. And there's no, well, I say,
Well,
hey, bad scare zone. Well, hold up.
I just caught that.
Nico's just doing his shtick. he's already he hasn't even seen
like
it.
San
He doesn't like it.
Oh, this one's gonna break the curse of the San Francisco having a bad scare zone.
Well, okay, well that's only for you. But
Nico, you have so much to give to Sinful Island or whatever you called it in the last
how
one.
dare you?
Yeah, how dare you
about that?
That's
are
your
the
stick.
mayor.
I
You're
calls
the
him,
mayor of that place.
I calls them as I see them. You know, and you know what? Probably by the end of the event, I'll be calling it the Horrors of Bad House.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's the because I have no connection.
Nico's left the podcast
House
now.
on
He's
Haunted
went
Hill.
full heel. He was always
Literally.
I've always been full heel.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
moving on. Jess, would you like to take the big daddy here, New York?
So in New York, there's there's bodies. I was thinking there's bodies under tarps. I was thinking about the TikTok idea I told Duff and Mike yesterday. I was singing "Bodies" by Drowning Pool. So we have a body kind of over by like the rock climbing wall. We've got bodies over in front of the corn. I don't want to talk about the corn, but the tractor.
No, hold on, wait. We should mention that real quick, just in case anyone isn't aware, or if they are aware and are upset about it. Apparently, it's not cornfield. Apparently, it's not real corn. It's something else that looks similar to it, is what I've heard people with more knowledge say.
It's maize, right? Is that what they're calling?
Oh my God, Nick!
It's maize, first of all, and no. So first of all, there's a curse that you plant corn and there's a hurricane that comes. It's real. Every time they've done it, it's happened. It's been planted. This is not like planted in the ground. So that's one thing we could joke. It'll be at
Sounds
least
like we're trying to find
oppression.
loopholes.
Yeah, we're trying to find loopholes here. We'll see.
Okay, make yourself feel
Are
better.
we sure it's not candied corn?
How's the Atlantic? Is it active right now? I think it's kind of active, isn't it?
Nico, I'm gonna mute your mic.
Hey, go right ahead.
I got the power. Why is he here? It's
Yeah.
my heel turn now.
Is this HHN 365 meteorology podcast? Like, Duff literally just asked if the Atlantic is active.
I ignored that.
It's not active at the current moment. I checked the NHC website.
Someone
before
knock
coming
on. Well, did that guy with the jacket show up yet? That's when it gets really serious.
Yeah, that's when it gets.
All right. Well, yeah, cornfield curse. We
Oh,
hope it
sorry.
doesn't happen. Carry on. Yeah.
There's now a oh my god, what's the name of the, it's right in front of my face. Wow. Major Sweets Candy Company. There's like a stand now with
Okay.
this very
Ooh.
dapper gentleman with a top hat, and on the top hat is Lil Boo.
A little boosicle.
A little
Yeah.
boosicle, excuse me.
So basically confirming the candy scare zone, which I'm so excited about, right?
Oh my god.
my god.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh my god.
Yes. Finish describing what's there, and then we'll rave about.
Okay, so there's that judge's booth. Well, that structure at the bus stop in Central Park in New York. They've added some pumpkins. They've added some burlap over the speakers. So that I feel like that also confirms that actor, whoever's up there, is going to be on a live mic. Very Purge meets Shady Brook, I guess, to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very vintage main street of a small town Halloween decoration festival thing, and I am an absolute sucker for it.
I love it.
I'm
that
a
sounds like
slut
fun.
for traditional Halloween.
Yes.
This is my shit.
Yeah, it's like it's some sort of like little Halloween carnival gone awry, and I love it.
Yep, and the tribute store has a big old closed spray paint thing on where the posters were. So weird that they did that, because this is the first time that they've ever not just taken the facade down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, we have learned that this will likely be some sort of. I think there will be a lot of changes, but it's supposed to resemble the theater at least a bit. 'Cause it's a space that, if you didn't listen last week, go back or look at the poster. You know, whatever. It's supposed to be basically like, it seems like a dark ride. That is a Halloween attraction that is now inside the former theater. So it should have similar aesthetics, but I'm sure most of the inside will be new.
Yep. This can't fail. This scare zone can't fail. I'm sorry.
Cannot. It's
It's
gonna be so
fucking.
good.
I'm
Yeah,
so
historically, this has been a very good scare zone area. So
hyped. You saw Zombieland.
yeah, which was better than Sinful Island or whatever the hell was there that year.
That's a revisionist history take for sure. He definitely liked Rob Zombie's
We're
thing.
gonna go back and listen to our HHN 29 review and see what you say.
Oh
sir.
boy,
would
yeah, oh
100%
boy,
like-
with those
100%
microphones.
liked that one. I remember he would walk through there and get all weird.
How so? How so would I get weird? Go on, finish your thought.
There were women dancing above me.
Oh, jeez.
They're scantily clad women.
What if Holly sees me look up?
Yeah,
my God.
I wasn't even married yet.
Ooh, sharks. This is giving me the same vibe as this party this last weekend.
Yeah.
That was for Mary. Moving on.
So let's just rattle off the next few. Facade structures are now visible on the sprung tents. Not any specific designs, but the actual structures are there. A very Dia de los Muertos-esque bar at that sidebar at Cafe La
Wait,
Bamba.
what now?
No, it was not. It's so bright. It is so
Yeah,
bright.
like so outside of what it is, like the aesthetic was something I'd usually enjoy. It is extremely just like jarring. It's so orange. It is so orange.
It's like highlighter orange in like real life. Like I had sunglasses on, like polarized sunglasses. And I don't know how Duff was doing it without any protection on his eyes, because I was just standing there like making probably the most disgusted face ever. Just like, what is it? And Duff's like, I don't know.
I can't wait to walk past there and go, oh, that looks neat, and then never go.
Well, it's nice to have like
I'm probably going to go once. I'll go once.
So yeah, go ahead, Jess. You were explaining what it is.
We were walking around, and there'll be a TikTok tomorrow if you guys want to actually see visuals of these bars. I've been editing it, but it's been a long week. And so they're actually building bars out in existing areas that they normally just don't use for HHN. So that corner of La Bamba is normally just like a covered seated area for food, but nobody ever really uses it. So they built out like a food stand or a bar. So instead of putting it in the middle of a street, they still have those. There was also what was on the back of was it Richter's or
No, Lombards.
It was Lombards. So there's already like two kind of menu pillars. And then if you go all the way in the back by the water side, there's like 3 or 4 bars built up there. There's already like wet bar supplies back there.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Ready to be set up. There's shelving for like blinky cups or liquor or something. I don't know if they're putting liquor bars again back up.
Is it me or did that not look like shelving for liquor bottles?
Okay, thank you. It felt very much like we were getting like full service liquor bars back in areas of the park instead of just Finnegan's or Shea Alcatraz.
And I think that location is genius because,
Yeah.
I mean, one, it's kind of tucked away, which is nice anyways, but also that creates so much space for a queue that's not going to get in the way of anything.
And they can do one side in, one side out. It's a big U. The flow of traffic would be fantastic. Just have people sending people to the different bars. It also just looks like they're going to hire hopefully more staff because there's so many more food tents popping up already.
Nice.
Yeah,
more to
there's
come.
Sounds great.
a lot.
Yeah.
And also,
go ahead.
I didn't. Did you mention that they look like the witch? Like scare zone?
I did not. They had like ruins on them.
Yeah, the ones at Lombard specifically. All the other ones around the park were just the standard white tents.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the orange one.
I mean, we've been talking for years about extended food and beverage, and so it sounds like they really are trying to do it this
to be
year.
fair, they do every year.
They
We're
do.
Just waiting. We just want them
We're
to take
waiting for
the
the
full
big
step. We want HHN Food and Wine Festival, basically.
Oh my god, literally. Duff, can we didn't put it on here, but can we talk about that shirt that released since we're talking about the jarring tent?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so All Hallows Boutique has been having more merch every day. There's a new ornament with that every day is Halloween graphic on it.
Fucking great.
Retractable badge holders back. I already got it. If you have a frequent fear pass, especially if you have Express, it is so useful because you don't have to pull your pass out and you don't have to wear a lanyard if that's not for you. I'm done with that. But a t-shirt released today and it just like is not my favorite. There were a lot of people who had, correct issues, I would say, online. It's a Dia de los Muertos shirt and it says Halloween Horror Nights on it. And it's like a guy with a sugar skull painted on him, and I think he's wearing a sombrero.
Oh
no!
Was he not, or was it a top hat?
Yeah,
it might have been a top hat.
Yeah, and the issue here, of course,
that was me adding that last part.
The issue, if you don't catch on, is that Dia de los Muertos is not Halloween. Does not take place near Halloween. But it is associated by people of other cultures with like a Halloween type thing.
Yeah.
There is one thing that it could be associated with one of the houses, Chupacabra, this year. However, this is not a house shirt though. This just says Halloween Horror Nights and has Dia de los Muertos on it. So that is not great. A little PC police, whatever. Yeah, it's culturally insensitive. Okay, it is. It's a holiday they celebrate, and we're just kind of like making it like, but it's just Halloween, right? It's not.
And you shouldn't just put like HHN on whatever you want. It's just it feels like a swing and a miss for merchandising, like or marketing. Whoever chose it, can we not do this? That's like an actual holiday that a culture celebrates. It's not for us. Yeah. It's not for everybody.
And again, if it is going to be a part of the Chupacabra house, that's fine. So make it a house shirt and not a Halloween shirt.
Right, it should say Fiat de Chupacabra or whatever the title of the house is. De los Chupacabra. God, the day of the Choopy babies. I can't. It's oh my god. Yeah, I just had to talk about that shirt because it really was. I saw some people upset online, rightfully so.
Yeah, no, completely. So let's get on a happier note. We got a lot of great voicemails. And we said, if you want to say something mean, say it. No one said anything mean to us. Look at that.
Well, that's good.
No one talks shit. Don't worry. I'm sure Nico will step in and fill that gap.
Yeah, I'll fill that. I'll fill that role. I will say though, before we jump into the voicemails, it's been a while since I've been on, so I wanted to just like, is the speculation map is that pretty much confirmed? Like we're getting pretty much
the only one that's even really missing detail most likely is the one that says prison.
Okay, which that can be anything there.
And that's rumored to be a last-minute replacement for an IP that dropped out.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to say that I'm finally glad that it looks like we'll have for the 2 Kid Zone scare houses. It looks like those will actually be worth the walk for once. So it'll be good to actually, take that walk back there for both houses.
So can I confirm Nico is pro weekend?
Oh, I am very, very pro
Did
weekend.
you
I was
not
pro
enjoy
Billie
the
Eilish.
walk in 29? It was Monsters and Graveyard Games.
I did like. Oh wait,
He likes
Graveyard
both
Games was
of
back
those.
there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess I was confused from last year. Okay, I made a boo boo there.
Okay.
Just compared to how bad it was last year, because I fucking dreaded walking all the way back just to walk through Hill House, just because I wanted to see a mask come out of the wall, like a mask on a stick and the pregnant lady. That's all I wanted to see. But I'm like, I have to walk all the way back here, and it's 11:30 at night. And then I'm like, and then there's no line for Beetlejuice, and then we always ask nicely, and they're like, no, you got to walk around, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I hate that. That doesn't.
So at least
just let me cut
be...
under. Just let me cut under. I get
when...
you can't do it for everyone.
But I'm not sure when we ever asked, but
okay. I asked.
Yeah, I have done it a couple of times. Yeah.
I have a Beetlejuice tattoo. I should have been given permission.
Because by the time you get
lifted your sleeve and went,
the line is going to be closed. If the one time I asked, I knew that by the time I walked all the way up there, the queue would be cut off. So it was like, can I just sneak in and get one last time in? And the line is still open up there. But by the time I get up there, and he said, no, you have to walk all the way up. I shouldn't have asked. I should have just done it.
Yeah.
We do not endorse that.
So
at least not publicly.
No,
so is Bugs Eaten Alive? Is that like a callback to like older houses that we've heard that had bugs in there?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So that sounds really interesting. That's probably the one I'm most interested in because it's just because it's so off the wall. This lineup looks pretty good with the exception of Blumhouse. Everything looks good for that. Yeah, there's none that really look like a stinker, and maybe it's because I just don't have a connection to Blumhouse. Any of that, yeah, and the scare zones actually look really good this year too. Combination of all those.
People really like these 2 Blumhouse movies that are in this house too. By the way, I actually have the Black Phone queued up and ready to watch as soon as we're done recording.
Also, Nico, I think you would enjoy Freaky quite a bit.
Freaky,
yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's like a horror comedy spoof of Freaky Friday's plotline.
Okay.
Where she like a high school girl switches bodies with a serial killer.
Vince Vaughn.
Oh, well, I was with you until then.
You're anti Vince Vaughn?
I mean, I thought we all were.
No.
Never mind.
What? Did he do something?
Wait.
Am I missing something?
He's.
Just do
all right, yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Just do moving on to voicemail. Just for that part. Just
gotta be,
please. Don't say
better than Crypt TV.
Again.
Yeah.
There's so much Blumhouse.
Let's try it again. Yeah, fuck Blumhouse. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, fuck Blumhouse.
Moving on to voicemails. Jess, you have the first one queued up?
Oh, I have a lot of them queued up.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all sent voicemails. Thank you, guys.
A lot of you sent multiple ones. We got a lot to go through.
Some of you sent 3. I'm not going to name names.
Are there any about Vince Vaughn?
Oh, God. All right.
That's a throwback to something that we've cut out of the show. So
Nico is calling right now.
Vince Vaughn. Stop it. Okay, the first voicemail. I don't know who this is from because Duff didn't save the file as their name.
Wait, yes, I did.
Yep, they're just gonna be random. Oh, this is great.
No. For this
is
specific one.
Oh, okay.
So I hope you said your name at the beginning. First caller.
Hey, so my name's Matthew Pomeroy. Firstly, amazing podcast. Thoroughly enjoy listening to it. The question is this. We've never been to a Halloween Horror Nights before, and we were wondering if the characters such as Jack are normally out and about, even if they're not in a specific house. So when we arrive, will there be a chance to see all of the icons? Will they be there? Or is it a case of they're only there if they're in a house? Thank you for the amazing content. Keep up the great work, and happy 100th episode. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, well, Matthew, thank you
Wow,
for the
that's-
voicemail. I know you've been
yeah.
listening for a bit. We've talked a few times through tweets. Nice to hear from you calling in. I think kind of the simple answer to that is for the most part, unfortunately, no. Right?
No, yeah, not
I mean,
not usually.
You had Jack last year who kind of roamed around. And then
On
you
his
also
golf cart with
yeah.
bullhorn.
exactly
which was great, by the way. I've talked
take
about
pictures and interact. How great that
that.
was. Of course, there are scare zones that include them.
Mhm.
But like outside of situations like that, I think kind of just it's mostly a no.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
But,
kind of got to
yeah.
get lucky.
yeah, but exciting for your first time, man. Have so much fun. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, that first time is always scary, exciting, exhilarating.
Yeah,
I know
call
it was
us
for
back
me.
when you're. Oh my God, Nico! I wish I would have been there for Nico's first time.
Yeah, I couldn't stop talking about canned beef.
I was terrified my first time, so you have to call us and report back after you go.
Well, you'll be there for Holly's first time, when she'll be going. Yeah, so my
Oh,
wife.
Do we have a
my
date
wife-
yet?
I'm so
Yes.
excited.
We're probably going to go on that Sunday. So if you want to see
Opening week
my
Sunday.
beautiful-
Opening weekend. Oh, well,
opening weekend Sunday, so if you want to see
That's-
my beautiful bride, I guess I'm doxing myself right now. Hey, come find me. I'll be in
yeah.
a secure location, I guess. So.
All right. Well, yeah, that was an easy one to answer. Moving to the next.
Yeah. So the next one, I do have a name. This is from Alex.
Hey guys, my name is Alex. So I have a HHN food related question. My question is, what would be your perfect HHN meal? So appetizer, main entree, dessert, and alcoholic beverage. And if you want to add a little bit of a challenge, you guys can't repeat each other's choices. So I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Oh no, Jesus
Oh.
Christ! This is gonna be
Alex,
Oh,
hard.
this is
That's-
good.
That's tough.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
good, but
okay,
I was
so-
not prepared.
I kind
All
of scanned all these, and I think we can do them all on the fly. Some of them will be tougher, like this one, but we could just throw it together. I think I kind of know what I'd go for. I think
Oh,
so. I'll go first, I guess. I don't know what you guys are going to do. You can take this however you want, but I'm going to use
Mhm.
items that have already been at the event.
Mhm.
okay.
They're all
All
going to
right.
be more recent. One, because more food options, and two, because I don't remember the shit I used to eat. So there you go. So for an appetizers, I'm gonna be basic as fuck and pick pizza fries. So that's off the menu, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
you man.
you
I'm gonna
suck.
do as the entree. You're not gonna like this either. The jalapeno popper grilled cheese from last year.
Jeez.
I knew
I'm
he
gonna-
was going with that. See, I was picking other ones besides those.
God.
Let me think about the dessert real quick. For a drink, honestly, I'm not gonna get any of their signature drinks. I'm gonna go to Finnegan's and get like a whiskey ginger or a beer or something.
No Dufftoberfest?
You know what?
Come
no,
on.
I'll leave that available. I'll leave that.
Oh.
available.
I don't want it. You can have it.
I don't want it either, so
Take a Dufftoberfest then. Fine. There
I'm
we
gonna
go.
make everyone mad with my drink.
That's my stay and scream. Nico's gonna say a Sprite.
Freestyle machine.
And for dessert, I mean, if I'm going most nights, I just ate a second jalapeno popper grilled cheese.
Hey, there you go.
So you know, no, you know what? I'll go with a not traditional dessert, not sweet, but I'm gonna go salt and vinegar twisted tater.
Duff, can you leave me one thing? Can you leave one item?
Yeah, you
for
gotta-
anybody?
Dessert.
Oh, would you
can
actually
use that
put
for
all
other
three of
items.
those?
We can use that for other ones, though.
Fine.
Okay. All right. All right. Who
Okay.
wants to go next?
Here, how about this? I'm gonna switch something for you. I'll leave salt and vinegar twisted taters available. I'm gonna
Thanks.
make my entree the bento box from 29, and then I'm gonna make the jalapeno popper my dessert.
You're not helping at all because the bento box was also
Oh,
an
well.
option.
my bad. Good luck.
Someone else go because now I got to rethink my whole life.
I'll go. I think I have that here. So for my appetizer, I think it would be Oh, inside the park. I just had it and like that. I think I would just go with the basic Twisted Taters. I don't think they really needed any more than that.
Like
Oh, okay.
with the
to be that for
seasoned
my
salt, or like literally
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, like with the seasoned salt,
Oh,
not
okay.
not like the vinegar and the vinegar ones because those hurt the sides of my mouth too much.
Only the
Uh,
sides.
for the for the entree, I would go with probably the vegan grilled cheese
Oh, the tempeh.
from last year.
Tempeh.
Yeah, that thing was great. Oh, that was my favorite there. And for dessert, I gotta go with those s'mores fries.
Oh,
Or
fuck you.
you are a s'mores fries
Oh,
fan.
again, I'm sorry, guys. I was
And
just
then,
swearing a lot on this show.
and then I guess circus peanut for the drink.
Oh, you're hilarious! Wow.
No, but seriously, for that, I would probably go with bringing my own water bottle and refilling it at freestyle machines because I would be severely dehydrated at the event usually.
All right.
That's a legit answer because I
All
tried.
right.
I was like, "Oh, let me try this pumpkin beer," and I poured half of it out. And
I don't have an answer for this, guys. I don't go to the event enough. I don't have the memory of the food like you guys do.
Okay. Well, what would you like then? Like, what would you like to eat if it was available? Not something that had to be there. How about that? If you could just have something at full meal, what would you want it to be?
Tacos. I would like some fucking tacos.
Bumblebee Man taco truck.
Yeah, I definitely want some tacos. The beer, I remember there was a Pulp Friction one time.
Oh, fuck
there.
yeah.
I
29,
like that
they
from
had Pulp
Motorworks.
Friction.
Motorworks, yeah, 29 had
Great beer.
Pulp Friction that you could get in the line.
Every time I sip it, I still think of HHN 29. And I
The
sip it quite a
dessert,
bit.
I remember really liking the vegan brownie from HHN Light. I still remember that. Oh, and I remember there was for my entree of HHN Light had some sort of like delicious pizza that was like jackfruit pizza.
The jackfruit flatbread that they had in the skeleton bar.
Yes,
Right?
yes. So
Or
that would
outside.
be my entree, and then as for an appetizer, I don't know. I have no clue.
More tacos.
More tacos. Yes, a taco. Yes.
a tostada than a taco.
Okay, well, my dessert was just stolen from me by Mike.
Oh, the
so
vegan.
Oops.
the vegan brownie is so good. I was kind of sad that because it's normally made an appearance even in the summer, just shaped like something else.
It came back. It was
wasn't-
so popular.
It wasn't at the summer tribute store. So I'm hoping it comes back. My drink is going to be a poison tea party because that's the only one I can remember actually liking.
I thought you liked the Saturn.
No, is that the gin one? I don't drink gin.
Maybe it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Carry
that's
on.
my sister. She also liked the one that had the matcha in it. I hated that.
Oh, see, it tastes good, but then it was chalk at the end.
I
Carry on.
can't.
Sorry.
No, textures. Poison tea party will be my beverage. My appetizer is gonna be the salt and vinegar twisted tater on the hot dog, specifically around the hot dog.
Okay.
That one superior twisted tater. My entree is gonna be the donut slider from the Jack stand last year.
Okay, I like that.
I loved that.
That
And
was
my
really fucking good.
dessert, I can't. You know what? I'll do the mini donuts from 29. Where they Ghostbusters with the slime.
pumpkin ones.
Yeah, those were good.
Mhm.
Those
I
were
really
good.
like those. So yeah, that's mine.
All right, see, you got through it. Look at that.
Yeah, it wasn't my first or second choices, but if I couldn't choose anybody else's. There we go.
No, there, Alex. Hopefully, that didn't take too long. But we.
Oh, I
kinda
remember
answered
the
it.
street corn too was being that's my appetizer. That street corn from 29.
That's a good call. Good call.
Yeah,
Sterling is like the poster child for that corn.
I remember.
All right, our next voicemail is from Alley Cat.
Hi guys, this is Allie Lisney on Moist Outlet on the forums and at AllieCat311 on Twitter. I wanted to call and leave you guys a voicemail and let you know how much you are appreciated. I've been listening to you literally since the beginning. I did a quick search for podcasts for this little niche hobby of mine, HHN, and I came up with you guys. And you guys posted throughout 2020, which we all know was crazy, and it's been so great to listen to you every week, and I'm so thankful that you made it to episode 100. So congratulations. I'm a big fan. I don't even live near you guys or near Orlando, but we fly down every year to go to HHN. So I guess my question is last year I got really obsessed with the different smells in the houses, and I wanted to know, like, what's your favorite smell that you smelled in the house and your least favorite smell? Obviously the cotton candy inside Killer Clowns is my favorite, and I don't know about you guys, but last year the smell inside this slaughterhouse area of Texas was probably the worst thing I've ever smelled. So anyway, congratulations on 100 episodes, and keep up the good work, because I'm going to keep listening. Thanks.
Oh, Phil, that was touching, Allie. Thank you.
Aw.
I think I'm going to take this answer different than most people because I think I've said multiple times, like, the smells have never bothered me. Like, so I
Wrong.
think the ones that most people find worse are the ones I like more because they're more memorable. So I think the one I'm going to choose is the shit and baby powder scent in Dollhouse of the Damned. For worst, I really don't know if I'm going to go whatever house doesn't have a specific scent. How about that? There's been multiple, so there you go.
Yeah.
So I'll go next. So, funny story. Last year, I caught COVID in August, and I lost my sense of smell for like a good 6 months. So I actually did not have a sense of smell for the entire time of HHN 30. And I honestly, everyone would talk about how horrendous the smells were, especially in the house that she talks about, that room of Texas Chainsaw that was supposed to be like rotting corpses or whatever smell. I kind of was jealous of everyone, and it was kind of sad. It was a weird symptom of COVID that I didn't expect, that would last for weeks, months, that I would not be able to smell the HHN smells. And I like honestly kind of depressed me. But yeah, so I am glad that I'm going to be able to smell in HHN 31. And I hope they really triple down on the smells this year so I can smell all the gross stuff. Who wants to go next? I know I didn't quite answer the question, but I just kind of...
Yeah. My favorite smell is that I couldn't smell. I actually liked the chainsaw smell, like the slaughterhouse smell in there. Funny enough, there's really, like, kind of like what you said, Dev. I don't think there's really a bad smell. Or at least I haven't experienced a bad smell there. That's one of my favorite smells. I love the smell of like gunpowder and like fireworks fuel and stuff like that. So last year with Nightmare Fuel and Marathon of Mayhem, it was good to have some of those smells creep in.
Mhm.
But yeah, I actually don't mind that smell at all. We'll see what happens during Bugs Eaten Alive. May not like that smell that happened in there, but we'll see what happens. And I don't know if maybe we'll have some like good smells in the weekend. That could be fun.
Smell
Weekend house?
whatever cologne he chooses to wear.
Yeah, like whatever cologne. Like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's like whatever cologne they decide to wear.
Oh my
Good,
gosh.
good save.
All
Good
right.
save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant the whole time. So
Yeah. So I am not in the same boat as you guys. The Texas house actually was the worst for me last year. So I'm the same as Allie. I could taste it with my mask on. Like, that's the only way I could describe it. It was so bad it would get trapped. I would gag, and normally smells don't get me like that. So Texas was the worst last year for me. My favorite was 28 Scary Tales, the witches Hansel and Gretel room. That I walked through and just, it smelled like gingerbread. It smelled like cakes. And then you had rotten egg like 3 rooms later. But yeah, no, those are my favorites. I want like a pumpkin spice scent this year.
yeah.
That's like my dream.
Definitely need it this year.
Oh,
That's right.
Something.
That was Rhea.
You tell him, Rhea.
Oh, Rhea. Oh, I can hear.
It's okay.
That was not a Dessabark. Come on.
Rhea's a
That's
pumpkin
what I was
spice bitch. But yeah, no, I like that question a lot. I don't ever really think about the smells.
That was great. Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, that was great.
All right. Up next is a frequent caller, if you will. And they left not one, not two, but 3 voicemails.
Do it.
So Carnage. So I guess we'll listen to the first one.
Do one at a time, probably.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming so because I think that I didn't pre-screen them, but I'm assuming there's.
Well, my memory sucks, so yeah, do one at a time.
I can't wait to see what Carnage has come up with this time.
Hey y'all, it's Carnage, and I am sitting at my desk working on some Halloween things, and I am not prepared. I am totally not prepared, but I'm taking a little bit of time to just congratulate you all on this amazing podcast that brings me so much joy, and I have a little game for y'all. We're going to do a Room 101, and this is going to be a Room 101 for the tertiary characters at HHN. Now, I'm not talking about the icons. We're talking about all the characters that have been recurring. We're talking like Nightingales, the Body Collector, the Psychoscarapy people. Who do we not need to see again? Or at the very least, take a little break from. Okay. I don't really personally have a answer for this one. I've never been to Orlando, so I'd be happy to see any of these people if I'm being quite honest. And then I want to talk about some Scary Farm. It's Scary Farm, that's my event. So now, Jess, I know that you are going to be going to Scary Farm for the first time. I am so excited, and I want to know, is there any particular aspect of Scary Farm, whether that be the houses, the scare zones, the food, the anything, that you are the most looking forward to? And then I can't wait to see y'all when you get here. We'll share a beer. It'll be great. Okay, bye.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you, Carnage. Nico, do you know what Room 101 is?
I'm just gonna tap out of this one. You guys, you have fun.
Okay, fine, fair.
Explain it for
anyone who might not know. Let's say so. Basically,
Yeah.
Room 101. Simply, you pick something that you don't want to see again. Is the simple way to put it. You pick one thing out of the event forever.
Yep, you lock it in Room 101. So tertiary characters, is that what Carnage called that?
Correct. Yes.
Also, I'm sorry. Are you guys hearing it like slowed down at first and then like finally it follows to their voices?
No, it sounds good on my end.
Okay, I just sorry if it comes off weird in the audio, guys. Maybe it's just my end, but I was making sure.
Well, listeners, let us know after we've posted the whole episode if
Yeah,
it sounds terrible.
Because I'm hearing it in my ears, and I was like, Carnage doesn't sound like that, and then it got to their normal voice. So tertiary characters. Someone else go, because now I really got to think about that.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer for this one.
It's tough. If I have to do it original, I don't remember if Carnage specifically said original, but if I had to and thought about how often they come, probably not everyone's favorite pick, but I'm gonna say the Body Collectors simply because they're kind of plain. Yeah,
I
and
have
they're just
really
knockoffs of the Gentleman. So also
I get it. I haven't seen them in
Yeah.
person, but I get that like take.
Yeah, it's like I really can't think of anyone like that's recurring that I'm just like, oh, again. If I will say if I could pick IP, sorry, Aaron, it would be Chucky. Goodbye.
Yeah,
I have one. Can I piss some people off?
Of course.
I mean, I've said it on the show before. Something about H&R Blood and Guts just gets under my skin, and I just really, I don't know what it is. He just creeps me out in not a good way, and I would.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
The one thing I liked from that house.
He would be the one that I would. I know that's very controversial. I actually really enjoyed his little section in Scary.
Did you?
Ohio, I did, because it wasn't a full house of it. But it's not just the house. It's him. It's him, and I'm sure the actor who's done it is doing his job if he is giving me that many heebie-jeebies. But yeah, it just really, it's almost too good. I know something about H&R Blood and Guts just gets me.
I was gonna say I've never seen Nico smile as much as when we walked into that room in the Unmasking the Horror tour, and the TV was still on.
Like, hey, we're watching a full loop of this. Yeah, I was happy. Stayed there and watched that the whole time. I like that's the weird like theme park thing with me. I like completing full loops of things. So
Do you know what I think it is? And this is going to be a bit of a tangent. But when I was a kid, I watched that Danny DeVito movie. I think it was called The Bear. It has like Nazis in it or something at a way too young of age. I shouldn't have been watching that movie. And he is like that type of Danny DeVito is that type of character. He's like an like a late night horror type of guy. And I think H&R Blood and Guts brings me back to that, like that movie, and the fact that I was watching that at an age where I should not be watching movies about Nazis, and
Okay.
heavy drama movies like The Bear.
Fair enough. Nico, now that you kind of understand it more, is there anything you want to try to just shout out quickly?
so like a tertiary character, like something I've like seen multiple times.
Or that you know has been there multiple times at least.
Yeah, I guess like the knuckle draggers that we kind of always see.
The what?
Like like I just don't like those like overly costumed like gremlins that came out of the
the knuckle grunts.
yeah, the knuckle grunts. Yeah,
Forward Forest.
I know
Okay.
some people like them. I'm just like, yeah, it's okay, and it's not the best thing in the world. That's really the only thing I can pinpoint because like I haven't gone enough to see what trope I don't like really yet, or I do like and don't like. So that's like the closest I would say to that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And let's get through this one a little quicker, I guess. Scary Farm. What would we like to see? Kind of.
Do I not get to
style-wise?
do a room 101?
Oh, I thought you did. I'm sorry.
Rude. Wow, Nico's back and y'all forget I'm here.
My bad.
I'm not offended. No, mine is going to be controversial. Vamp. I don't think the Vamp series needs to continue any further. I think 55 was great, 85 was okay, and anything else probably won't live up to it.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
Oops.
I mean that's
well, we
true.
both just didn't own Wilson.
Yeah.
It's true, and you
Wow.
should say it.
I don't
Thank
fully
you.
disagree because I don't know where they go, but also
Exactly.
Wow.
Because you don't want to do Vamp 2005.
No,
Like,
I already
that's-
lived through that. Thank you
that's
very
gonna
much. I did. There we go. We can go through that quickly. All right, on to knots.
So Scary Farm, things I like to see implemented. HHN. For me, mine's kind of. I'm just going to use an example of something. Like in the depths, how they have a scene where they fully simulate you being underwater. They do it with like fog and lighting, and I feel like HHN, if they tried something like to that immersive level right now, it could be even more immersive. You know what I mean? Rather than just you're underwater in this underwater house and that's kind of it. Like actually an effect like that on the ground, making you feel like you're walking through it or something like that. They never really try anything quite like that. I'd like to see it.
So things we want implemented from knots. Dark ride. Anything.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
Can we just pick up Dark Ride and carry it back with us, Duff? Like, just put it on our backs.
I mean, it might be in the tribute store already, so.
I think I kind of really like how they use their setting, like the ghost town, for a scare zone. I don't know how you could do that in Universal, but like, I like that theming. I like that it kind of ties down. And isn't there like an Origins house too now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like all of that. I don't know if HHN could necessarily do that, but I'm a sucker for lore. I'm a slut for history on haunts and stuff like that. So I would love to see more of that at HHN than we already have.
All right. And anyone else want to take a crack? You don't have to. It's fine.
I don't know anything about knots, unfortunately.
All I know is the sliders.
Boysenberry, anything.
Yeah,
Fried chicken.
Bring us back some Mrs. Knott's chicken, please.
Yes.
There you go.
Actually, don't. That place is okay. It's overrated. There, I said it.
Oh, I'm still gonna eat it.
You should go there. You definitely should go there. But like, yeah, I mean, because it's a great theme park experience.
Yeah.
So
I still haven't tried it. I'll do it this time.
We're
Jess,
doing it.
Voicemail number 2.
Carnage number 2.
Hey y'all, it's me Carnage again. See, I don't know how many voicemails are going to be on this show, but I'm going to leave a couple just to make it fun for you guys. Okay, so I just want to talk about Scary Farm some more because I cannot wait for that one in particular. Now, for the many fucking 50 years almost that Scary Farm has been around, are there any particular aspects or themes of houses really at Scary Farm that you guys know of that either HHN has not tapped into, or maybe they have not really expanded upon a lot over at HHN that Scary Farm has, and you would like to see aspects of that go into certain Horror Nights houses? Okay, so that's a little question for y'all. Okay, bye.
Dark ride. Anything dark ride?
Yeah.
Dark ride.
Depths immersiveness underwater scene. I think
Oh, Paranormal Inc. pre-show. I know we can't.
Oh,
but
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So like that kind of immersive level,
Dark ride.
like not immersive, like a show scene.
Mhm.
What am I looking for here?
Pre-show.
Pre-show.
Like they did Pandora. Pandora's Box kind of had a pre-show in
Yeah,
Hollywood,
it
right?
did. It wasn't to the level of Paranormal Inc., but they did.
Yeah.
But we're
But
not
it's
talking
still-
about Hollywood right now. Fuck it.
Dark ride.
So, Mike Boysenberry, Nico, not fried chicken.
Yeah, the sliders would be good
Oh,
too.
okay.
Like
Yeah, all right.
have some more of them because that's kind of where it originated.
I would love a boysenberry treat at HHN. Yeah, we can steal that from Knott's for sure.
I would take that all day.
What if HHN just had a boysenberry stand? No reason why. Just
Who
That
knows?
would
It
be
might
cool.
be the candy.
I might upgrade to Ultimate if that's the truth.
We know they sell some boysenberry at that festival, whatever the festival is going to be.
the Candy Mutant Festival.
Yes, they have boysenberries there.
The Candy Cargo Carnage. All right. Speaking of Carnage, Carnage has a third voicemail.
Yay!
Okay, this is probably going to be the last voicemail that I have time to leave for today. I'm just really excited about the 100th episode, you guys. Okay, so I did want to talk about that Hollywood is going to be getting Scarecrow the Reaping, which is not a direct copy of the one that you guys got over in Florida, but it is very much heavily based on that one. Here over in Hollywood, we have gotten a few houses that are repeats from other years, and I know that Florida doesn't get those a lot, but you guys did get American Werewolf in London again. Now, are there any houses from any year that you guys did not do that you just would not mind at all seeing come back? Now, there are a couple of houses over here in Hollywood that I've got to experience the second time that they did them around. So what of those do y'all want to see again that you haven't seen before? Okay, I would love to hear from you guys. Again, when y'all going to Scary Farm? Because I'm basically there every day. So, like, I want to meet up with you guys and we'll, like, do something special, you know, like funnel cake for us. Okay, can't wait, y'all. Bye.
Carnage, we're going at the end of September.
Yep.
I need to meet you.
We'll let you know an exact date. We'll figure it out.
Oh, absolutely. I need to have a funnel cake with Carnage. That needs to be a thing that happens. Who wants to go first? I don't have to.
I mean, I
have
feel like
so many.
Yeah,
have
I feel
so
like if
many.
I have to see one, it's Maximum Carnage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's just some wild, wonky shit that I
And
need to experience.
I have like 10, but I'm gonna stick to one. The original body collectors that had the poop smell, that like just like that one, the one that was inside the Jurassic Park Discovery Center. That is the one that I would, if I had a time machine in that whole year, though. All of those, like the mine one where the hats never worked.
Terror Mines?
Yeah.
Terror Mines.
Yeah. No, I'm going to stick to just the one, that original body collectors. Yeah.
All right.
That would be the.
I've always said Castle Vampire, mainly because it's the only 2-story house, like with a staircase, and that whole like vibe, really. But what is the one that there was a slide, and I did not care about the rest of the house, but there's a slide. It was something about space.
Yeah, what is that one?
I can't remember, but there was a
in
slide.
2010, right?
Sure.
Was it like a metal slide or an
2000,
inflatable
2000.
slide?
No,
It
this
was
was
2000.
I was gonna say this was Total Chaos, right?
I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah, because that was in that was
It was like a
1810.
slide into a ball
1810.
pit.
Yeah, that was. I'm pretty sure that was Total Chaos.
Yeah, Total
Oh,
Chaos
that's
in 2000. Yeah.
But like my real answer is like Winter's Night, because
Oh, that was a great one.
Cemetery.
I got to experience that one. That was.
If there's a house that screams Jess, it's probably Winter's Night. So yeah, that's my real answer.
Okay, I like that. Nico.
Can I do one that I got to experience that I would love to do again?
Yeah, sure.
I would love to do it's you're gonna be shocked, but I would love to do the original Nightingales from 2011 again.
Oh,
That one was so good, and
Blood
it wasn't even my
Prey.
favorite of that year, but I would love to do that one again.
Absolutely top tier.
Yeah.
All right. Next voice.
I
Sorry,
think
Nico.
truthfully, I would. No, it's fine because my answer's stupid. Like I shouldn't even say mine because it's Penn and Teller's Nuked Vegas.
Oh,
I mean, no, it's not.
You're
It's
not wrong.
You're
You're
not
not
wrong.
wrong.
That one was fun. I
want to do that. I wanted
will
to do
fight
that so
anyone
badly.
who says it's not.
Oh,
For what it's
I
worth,
wanna
I
go.
think you're wrong, but it's okay.
Nico, I'm going with you. I'm getting in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
I'm climbing in the back.
As someone
Slot
who got to
Machine
experience
is
it,
at-
it was for what it was. It was a perfect tongue-in-cheek, sticky house, and it had it was great. It was a great house.
As someone who got to
Slot
experience it,
Machine
no.
is at Lakeland Antique Mall from there, by the way.
Oh.
From that house, and I
Oh.
was like, how much is this? And
It wasn't a perfect house. It was perfect for what it was trying to be.
I said no, but I think Nico would love it. So he's not wrong.
I would. Yeah,
he's not wrong.
That's where I'd be every
I
night.
just think it's bad.
I just still want to talk to somebody who loves it. I really do.
I like it. I did.
I
yeah.
also would love to see
Oh.
them kind of redo the concept of the time when they just kept moving walls around, and that was like the house was like in a parking lot, and they just kept moving walls around. And it's like, here's the
Night
house.
Maze?
It's the random.
Night
Yes,
Maze.
Night
That
Maze.
was actually a scare zone, and I got to experience
it was a
that.
scare
and
zone.
It was,
Okay, yeah.
it was not good.
That would be
It was
cool if they
very
could
not
maybe
good.
try that one more time.
Isn't it just fences with like tarps on it or something like that, right?
Yeah,
It was
pretty much.
It was like fences on like sliding tracks,
Oh.
and so you would they would slide the tracks it wasn't very good.
It's a cool idea, but it just sounds like really bad execution on their part.
Yeah, pretty. Well, maybe I don't know. Next voicemail.
Yeah.
Hi guys, this is Allie on Twitter, AllieBendis_7. I just wanted to call and say congrats on your 100th episode. I've been listening to you guys all the way since HHN 29, and I finally had to call in for the 100th episode. The question I wanted to ask is, since we're seeing lanterns going up in Central Park trees instead of the pumpkins, do we think we're going to see them in a house? I can't see them not utilizing the pumpkins this year, and especially with Little Boo on the merch, do we think we'll see him in a house? Thanks again for all the awesome content, and hope to see you guys out there this year.
Man, so many day one listeners. Thanks, Allie.
I know.
That's crazy. How do you listen to us for that long and still keep going? That's that's crazy.
Humbling for sure.
Especially those early episodes.
Yeah, I know.
So I think it's tough to answer, of course.
They have
I
Stockholm
will say,
syndrome. Like they just can't leave. Like they've just been through it. They're trauma bonded to us. Like they have
Yeah.
just been through it, and this now we have these legion of listeners who have just well, I mean, we might as well do what they say because we've heard all the terrible
Oh, God.
episodes. Just kidding. That was
All right.
our plan all along. No, just kidding. No,
the actual
thank
question.
you for being a Day One listener. We love to joke, but you
Well,
you know what we're joking
I'm
about.
sure Allie knows that. yeah.
If you were listening from day one.
So the pumpkins inside a house, tough to answer fully. I'd say I do know quite a bit of them are in the Lil Boutique,
Oh, yeah.
if you will. So maybe I mean they probably didn't use them all, but I don't know because there's a lot of them there.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. I mean,
I think
it's a very Halloweeny year, though. I will say.
Oh yeah, and I know we've talked about it, but I'm so excited. It seems like it's going to be just a deep Halloween theme this year. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna see the pumpkins. Maybe not all 400 million of them, or however many they actually carved. But I mean, we've already seen a bunch in the boutique, like Duff said. But I think we might see them pop up maybe in that New York zone. They might need to use them
for
over
sure.
there.
Didn't
There's
he
already
say that
pumpkins
he's
there.
but Little Boo is already on the side of a building or something over there?
He's on a hat, but there is no carved pumpkins yet. There are uncarved pumpkins in the zone, so I don't see why there couldn't be carved ones coming. Even in the trees, there's a lot of trees in New York.
Yeah.
They're waiting to carve him because if you carve him too early, they start to rot.
Yeah,
too
and
soon.
you don't want to
So,
put bleach on them when it's an like a HHN event.
Exactly.
It's a whole thing. Oh god, now I'm going along with Nico.
You went along
This
with
is what
the-
happens.
Got
This
it.
is what
It's
happens.
real gin.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's been on the show for too long.
Not even with him. All right, our next voicemail is from Carter.
Hey, HHN 365. My name's Carter. Just wanted to say I really, really enjoy the podcast. I've been listening since 2019, which was my first year at the event. And ever since I went to the event, I have been hooked, which I hear is very, very common. My questions for you guys would be, do you think that the Lost Boys could ever come to the event? And would you want to see the Lost Boys be there? My other question would be, looking back at HHN 29, how do you think that the Universal Monsters maze has aged?
Man. And,
Lost Boys?
Yes.
What is he talking about?
The 1987 film, The Lost Boys, with Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, okay.
And Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alex Winter. You know.
Hey.
Anyways, also, hey, Carter, another day one, pointing that out.
So Lost Boys, do you know who owns the rights to it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Warner Brothers. I already looked it up.
Hey, there you go.
So
probably not. But I'll take anything 80s. I'll take anything 80s. You like, and that is a great one. It has definitely the vibe that I like at HHN for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it, and I wouldn't fully question it or like say no, but I also, rights aside, anything, wouldn't ever anticipate it.
No, I don't know if the creators of Stranger Things have ever come out and said that it was that Stranger Things was
I think
inspired by the Lost Boys,
They have.
but so we've kind of already got kind of a spiritual similar vibe to already at the event with Stranger Things, because that the Lost Boys is definitely kind of the grandfather of that. Spiritual grandfather.
I'll have to give that movie a watch then.
I'm very surprised you haven't already seen that.
So the second part of his question was, how do we think the Monsters House holds up from 29? I still think it holds up very, very well.
Like the finest of wines.
Yeah, it definitely ages better, because if I was probably to redo my list, I do think I probably... no, I still have that still pretty darn high on my list. That one. I do think it was better than Bride last year. I am definitely looking forward to, Legends colliding this year. It definitely still holds up. I still think about all of those scenes all of the time, and Frankenstein at the end, scaring the.
If Universal wanted to actually do a good walkthrough attraction, unlike the zombie one that they had over at
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Well, it was House of Horrors before that, and it was Monsters.
Yeah.
It wasn't good either.
It wasn't good either. But if they wanted to do a good one, they would just take this HHN house exactly the way they did it, and then staff it with the right amount of people, and have a walkthrough attraction year round. That's what they already have.
Hopefully we'll get something pretty epic soon when it comes through with that. So
that's
what I'm
holding
out hope for.
That's gonna
no, but it's still gonna be pretty good though.
Yeah.
I believe I've said that on the show before, but
I mean, you're right. Will they ever staff a full-time attraction like that? Absolutely not.
No. That's the problem with them, is that they're expensive to staff, and they only put like one or two people in them. And that was the problem with The Walking Dead, right? I've never experienced it, but from what I've told,
staffing wasn't great.
The staffing is really
empty. Yeah,
just
for sure.
I think Monsters held up lovely from 2019. It is no Graveyard Games, but
I mean, I agree.
we all
with that.
can't be Graveyard
It was a
Games.
fine number
Yeah.
2 that year.
It was, yeah.
A
it was-
lovely first alternate.
All right.
But yeah.
What we got
All right.
next?
Next one is a friend of the show. I think you guys will know this person.
365, hello, hi, it's Dakota. I hope I'm not too late for this. I just wanted to congratulate you all. I've been a big fan of each of you and your respective projects for what seems like 100 years now, and I'm so proud to see you guys hit such a major milestone. So as you may know, I love a steaming hot take, so I want to know, what is that one HHN attraction, be it a house, show, scare zone, that you think is completely overrated? Like, I want to hear full contrarian mode, like the one thing that everyone loves, but you just fucking hate. I'll go first. Bill and Ted, overrated as fuck. Anyway, congrats again, everyone. I can't wait to see you guys in just a couple weeks. Woo!
Can I go first, please? After we say hi to Dakota.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Dakota.
I was gonna say,
Hi, Dakota.
speaking of someone who put on red robes and then met the weekend.
Yes, I met Dakota for the first time a couple of days ago at the weekend.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love Dakota. Hi, Dakota.
Hey, thanks, Dakota.
I'm so excited to see you and stay and scream and just. Oh my god! I can't wait to see your look. I know that the weekend look is coming back, but
Yes.
Okay, so my hot take is I don't think Marathon of Mayhem was that good. I don't think it is that good. I don't think it'll ever be that good. Sorry.
You're a hater.
He asked for hot takes, and
Didn't you-
that is my hot take.
Didn't you say you never even fully sat down and watched it?
I did. I watched each one once.
I thought you didn't. I thought you said you didn't.
I watched the second one in passing twice, but I watched the whole show.
I don't.
Oh,
The
that's deserving.
Jess, I'm literally doing the Arthur meme right now. Where my fist is clenched and I'm shaking.
I'm sorry.
The show's whole aesthetic is based upon Marathon of Mayhem.
Yeah.
I know that, and I love love our show. I've loved you. I was a listener before y'all had me on. I've been a listener since 2019. Now I don't listen, but I love.
I don't know.
Yeah, that right.
But no, I love I love the vibe of it. I love everything. It wasn't for me, and I've said that since 2019, and it pisses everybody off. I'm sorry, but that is like my hottest of hot takes.
That's hotter than I'm gonna get, unfortunately.
I will die on that hill.
So, okay, like the thing is, I have a lot of things that I would say I don't like as much, but to the point I absolutely hate it. Tough. I will go. Was it loved? Okay, I don't know how much it was loved, but it seemed like a lot of people love it. The Revenge of Chucky Zone at HHN 28. I thought it kind of sucked. Like sucked.
Is that
I thought.
hot take?
Is it? Okay, I
Is
thought.
it beloved?
I mean,
I
you
think
just
people loved the
describing it
interactions
sounds
in there.
bad.
To be fair,
Okay.
people loved the interactions in there. They were.
I think people really liked it because it was also nostalgic because you had all the toys.
Okay, how about
there were a
this?
lot of fun interactions.
I
in
didn't
there,
need
too.
Rocky Horror at HHN. How about that? I could go watch it at City Walk.
All right, now
No
I'm going to
need.
fight you.
Good.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
I got what I needed.
I agree with that one. I can agree with that
No,
one.
no
All
point
right.
right there. It was already playing City Walk weekly or monthly or whatever. So we don't need it at the event. It was fine.
Whatever.
You can have it. I just avoided it. Pointless waste of my time. Sorry.
I believe I already said mine earlier in the show, but I will say that mine is H&R Blood and Guts. I love comedy houses. I love comic relief houses. Something about this one just didn't quite work for me. And people love it. People love it, and I get why they love it. It was very fun at the time. I think if we got H&R Blood and Guts in 2022, it would be pretty low on people's lists. If everyone was a Men in Black, like time erased and we didn't know that it existed before, I think it would be low. I recall it just being, for me, just kind of being like, there was, the H&R Blood and Guts story, right, that they built up pretty well in the queue. And then once you got in the house, you were just kind of like walking through these different holidays, and they were It just didn't quite work for me.
All right.
I know people love it, and
that
know
was
it's
kinda
controversial. But it's
Not unexpected from you. It's all right.
No, not my thing.
Yeah. I would have to say, the majority of T-shirts that they've released are garbage in my opinion. Just really bad design, just so many different fonts all scrambled together on one shirt, and they just slap it on there and they just push it out so easily like that. Yeah, I've always disliked almost any HHN merch that I've ever seen. There are a couple that I do like from the '90s when it was it looked like it had a cohesive look to it, kind of like the gremlin eating the eyelid.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nico-
cool. And the chainsaw cutting the pumpkin is also really good. But that's also good to know that HHN 365 has actually made good Halloween Horror Night merch. Y'all should go and check
Hey.
that out.
I'm glad you did it because I was going to do it if you didn't.
Yeah, I was getting to that point.
Was Nico
HHN365.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
was Nico on the episode we had with Hauntball when we went through our top 10 shirts and all we
Yes.
picked were the old ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, no. That's at least for the HHN 365 crew. That's not too of a hot take.
No.
We have a
I
certain
mean, it is for
opinion
all,
about.
I'm just saying that. I mean, I could have gone the easy route and then just gone and said Killer Clowns again, and just gone for the easy layup there.
Especially the house
you
shirts.
still squeezed it in, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I have other things hunting. I fucking hate walking all the way back just to walk through Haunting of Hill House, to go through that garbage house that was last year.
Well, I don't think the walking part's a hot take, but the
No.
hunting
But
part probably.
I mean, Hill House was absolute garbage. It was the worst part of the tour. It was the house I least looked
I
forward to going
totally
to
disagree.
every single
I
night.
love the Hill House.
Yeah, so I don't really have a hot take beyond that, I guess, besides Killer Clowns, but that goes without saying.
Speaking of shirts, I just need to let you guys know that Dia de los Muertos shirt, he was wearing a sombrero.
Oh no!
I just saw it on my Twitter. And now I'm at 10 times more mad than I was an hour ago when we talked about it.
Yikes!
We're in
next.
We're in happy moments. Thanks, Dakota.
Next.
Yeah, it was good to see you, man. I hope
Yeah.
I get to see you this year.
Yes. Oh my God. Opening weekend is so close. It's 3 weeks away. Next voicemail.
Hello, HHN 365, and mega kudos on your major milestone of 100 episodes. Gosh, it's been almost 3 years since your show took off, and I can't even count the hours clock listening, but y'all are my primo go-to on the whole haunt scene. My name is Chris, on Instagram as @Clavinista, and my fun fact is that the best days of my week are when I see your new episodes uploaded, or when Universal decides to make an announcement, but
Oh,
It's been nice hearing Mike rejoin Duff and Jess for an even more expanded host lineup, and maybe if Nico is a surprise return to the 100th episode, that'd be pretty dope to hear another "Hey, howdy, hey." for old
Whoa.
time's sake.
wow.
Even though Jess killed him. I got a question for you, and it's whether we'll be seeing a third annual Schmitty's episode for the 2021 event. It's never too late, and some people are still clamoring for all
yes.
the now old fresh takes. Along with the weekly updates, I always enjoy your specialty episodes
Yes.
like awards, rankings, and trivia, and I swear I cackle so often listening to the episodes as they come out. As for the current news, I trust the prison house is all but set in stone as far as these things go, and I'm excited to see whatever gets thrown our way as always. It'll be rad. But just for fun here, I'd like to propose a wish list slot, so to speak, of a house you'd most want to see come back as a last-minute replacement if the option existed. Like instead of a new original house, i.e. prison, taking the rumored Evil Dead spot, how cute might it be if we had a beloved house from the past return? Since it's 365's 100th episode, I'd happily give it to Graveyard Games, and because it's been 5 episodes since the house has gotten mentioned. Sorry, just had to throw some centennial shade at a love. But yeah, I'm sure a warehouse house could fill a soundstage space. So as for me, I'd like to see a Case Files return. And I'd imagine a Shrek house could totally fit, if for no other reason than to hear, "Boris, get in here" again. Hey, I'm from Long Island, and to hear that New York accent again would give me life. to close this out, I'm going to be a scare actor this year for my first time ever, and while at this moment of leaving this voicemail, I don't know what house it's going to be.
Yay.
I know that I'll not only be seeing you in the fog, but hopefully scaring the shit out of you in the fog. Much love. Keep doing a tremendous job as you always have been. Can't wait to hear each of the next 100. Love you, HHN 365.
Wow. Chris
Yeah.
Chris predicted the return of
Yes.
Hey Howdy Hey for the 100th
Yeah.
episode.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
awesome. He had like some connections up there in Long Island. I guess our friend Brian might have leaked it. I guess.
So, Chris, the Smitties. I have to be honest with you. The Smitties is one of my favorite episodes that we recorded. And that was one of our very first we recorded. It was probably like in our first 10.
Around 10, probably, yeah.
And it was kind of our very first that we got to be like silly and do bits on. But I also have to be honest with you that it was not a popular episode. I think the Schmitties have aged well, and it makes my heart happy that people like the Schmitties. But at the time, it was like, of all of our other episodes had a certain amount, it was like by far the lowest episode. And I think we released it right after the event was over, and it was just kind of a lull time. It was also, I think, people didn't weren't catch on to like that kind of that we were going to do bits and element who were kind of coming into our own with the sound and everything, and then we started doing like Christmas episodes, and other bits came later, and I think people caught on to our shtick that we were going to do that. But that episode was so fun to record, and I love it, but it just never. But yes, I would love to really do it up with the Schmitties moving forward. I would.
Yep. I'm in. Absolutely.
You know I'm down for a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Say less.
But yes, thank you for mentioning the Smitties. That one, that episode, I have a lot of warm memories about recording it, and it was so fun. And I thought I listened to it, and I had and enjoyed it. And then I would look at the numbers, and just it wasn't performing. So I was kind of, worried to continue it at that level. But we've done a bit. We need to do a big one. We need to do Smitties.
Oh, for sure. Now for Chris's question, though. I want a clarification, see how you interpreted this. Is Chris saying a returning house as is, or just a returning original property?
I think it was a house. It felt like the question felt like maybe like a Hollywood treatment. Same house,
So
maybe
like a
location.
same exact house.
I mean, like maybe up to maybe like an Orlando take.
I'm saying like not like a sequel of an original, but like the house.
Yeah, I think so. Because they said Graveyard Games, so
that's true. But also, I'm gonna do both. Forget it. I'm gonna do both.
Okay,
why not?
It's our show.
If I could have a sequel, I would say, as far as an original, I want to see. Oh man, that's hard. Hold on. I mean, should I take?
I have one. If you're,
I'm gonna take the cop out. Down the line, I want to see a Wicked Growth sequel.
Oh, boring!
Sorry. I know. I couldn't off the top of my head. And if I had to see one return, Mike said it earlier, so I'm not going to use it. Nightingale's Blood Prey would be great. So I'm gonna say something I said earlier: Dollhouse of the Damned. That's such a unique, fun house. I would happily take it.
Remember that one.
I don't know if I'd happily take it back because I really don't want to see an exact repeat. But if I had to, good option.
I really just want to say Graveyard Games. If we're bringing a house back,
I'm boring.
I mean,
okay,
yeah.
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can come up with a sequel. Okay, how about this? I want a Graveyard Games sequel. I said I wanted it as a zone. Can I do that?
Sure.
As for just like a repeat, Winter's Night.
All right.
I'm boring.
I'm going to say a realistic one. So the times that we've had repeats back or have been like IP houses, like like American Werewolf in London, right? I would like to see the Shinings just come back the way it was. I didn't get to experience that one. I think it was a pretty solid house. Most people like it. To have that come back basically the way that it was, I don't think it would ruffle too many feathers if we got that. Maybe not this year, but a slower year where and we just got The Shining exactly the way it was in what was it, 27. Yeah, I think people would enjoy it.
That is such an interesting choice because I know a lot of people did not enjoy The Shining.
Really?
I'm a Shining fan. I enjoyed it, but a lot of people did not really. But they didn't think it was great by any means. I'd say the average person.
I hope that it would be cool, like to see them just slot back in our good boy Boris Schuster and do another Legendary Truth.
I
Either
mean,
just bring the house back from last year,
Yeah.
or just continue the story.
Yeah, you would need a sequel for that one. I mean,
Yeah, that
don't
one
get
would
me wrong.
definitely
I want more Boris in my life, but
like a facsimile of something we've seen. I mean, hell, bring back Universal Monsters.
Hey, Slaughter Cinema. I would love to see Slaughter
Yeah.
Cinema come back. Actually, if we're gonna do something closer,
for sure.
the last couple of years.
Poltergeist, I think, is one that people wouldn't be too bad.
People would love. Duff would
Oh my God.
groan heavily, but it's
Oh,
okay.
get over it.
So hey, I didn't use it on my hot takes because I don't hate it. I think it's a good house. I just think I do not like it anywhere near as much as everyone else.
That's fair. All right. Next voicemail.
Hi, how are you? This is Christopher Bolger. I just started listening to y'all, and I absolutely fell in love. And this event year is going to be the second year that I'm going to HHN, and I had a question. What should I expect for the Scare Actor Buffet dining experience from years before? And also, what is your most anticipated house right now? And do you guys like to start in the back during HHN or right in the front? Thank you so much, and have a great rest of y'all's day. Love y'all.
Oh, thanks, Christopher. Glad you've been enjoying us. So I think an issue here is that I don't believe any of us have done character dining.
No, unfortunately.
I have watched a lot of vlogs. A lot.
Yes. A lot of Tim Tracker.
Yeah. So I'll be honest, a lot of them make it seem like the characters are just always there, and you go up, get your food, sit down. Characters are walking around, kind of like like Disney character dining kind of style almost. I have seen in a lot of vlogs that apparently people don't feel the character time is enough for the money. I can't say that everyone said that, but that has been the most common issue I've heard. So to kind of add something to your question, that's what I'd say I've noticed from people the most who have done it frequently.
Mm-hmm. I think there's sometime also. Is there a character at the front that you meet when you walk in? Sometimes I feel like I've seen.
Yeah, I believe so.
So you get like a guaranteed photo op, and then hope they come around enough while you're eating. I've had friends who have done it, and they said make sure you like eat, like because some people get so excited about the characters they don't actually eat, and then it's over. You paid for the meal, definitely eat the meal. The characters will come find you. Make friends with the team members, they will bring the characters to you. Stuff like that, but definitely eat the food if you're paying for it. And it's at Louis this year, so we don't really know because it's a completely new location.
Yeah, what is the food going to be like? Are they going to theme it up at all? Who knows?
Are pizza fries going to be on the buffet?
Oh my god! There's no way, right? There's no way.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it
just guarantees that everyone who walks in there isn't going to go buy pizza fries after. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. It's normally not specialty food, but I mean, I'm definitely going to do it this season. So if you go opening weekend, let me know because I'm curious.
And then the other question is, what are we most hyped for so far? If you guys want to take that off official announcements, feel free. I'm going to go off speculation. And I think just because I'm such a fan of sequels, especially for properties I enjoyed and feel like there can be an additional story that can go a different route, I'm going to go Descendants of Destruction. because
Mm.
especially if it's a sequel rather than a prequel, and it kind of
Mhm.
has a concept of what is the next evolution, that could be really exciting for me.
That was that. Okay, so I could go for the obvious one now because that's my like non-obvious choice is
Mhm.
Descendants. Because I just, if it is what we've been hearing and that actually gets announced, I loved Seeds
Mhm.
like a lot. Even though I only got to go through a couple times, so I'm very excited for that. But Spirits of the Coven, Spirits of the Coven. You've heard me talk about it if you've listened to the last like couple episodes. Spirits of the Coven.
Spirits of the Coven?
Of the
Spirits.
Coven.
Far, witches, what I don't even care what it is after that.
They brewing something up.
And I'll be there drinking whatever's being brewed. Because hopefully there's a drink that goes with the house. There has
Hey,
to be.
You sound like me, drinking whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's yeah.
I just hope they don't put in too much Eye of Newt. You know?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that right.
Oh.
I'm looking most forward to The Weekend, probably, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. That and Dead Man's Wharf are probably the top
Here.
two, I would say. And so. Yeah,
Yeah.
but definitely The Weekend is probably the thing I am most excited for because I really want to see how they do something like this.
Yeah, I have to agree with Nico on this one. So, Duff and I went and saw the concert in Tampa, along with Duff's
Oh, really?
girlfriend. Yes, and it happened to be on my birthday, and it was if the house is even 10% as creative and engrossing and as that concert was. And now I know that they're very different experiences, right? But if that creative team, like if they even took a little bit of what I know, and they're totally different creative teams as well, but they just take even a little bit of that and put it into the house, it's going to be so fucking good, guys. It is. I know not everyone got to see things from that concert, and seeing it on TikTok or on Twitter and stuff does not do it justice of how amazing that show was on Thursday. We're in for a good house, guys. We're in for a really good house. It's going to be good. I hope so anyway.
I have known Mike for a decade. I've seen Mike go through a lot of things. I don't know if I've ever seen emotions hit him like they did during the show.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. Mike's also just an emotional guy lately, but it's
I don't mean to laugh at that, but
no, but yes, it was a really good show. It was emotionally. I remember talking to Dakota and Duff at the end, and it was an emotional, draining show. I felt like I went through like 12 rounds with Mike Tyson after. It was like really.
Oh wow!
It was great, but I was exhausted. It was really good.
It has all the elements needed to make a Horror Nights house for sure. And I know you agree with that.
Yes.
He also said one more thing about like what's our strategy? Do we start in the front or towards the
Oh,
back?
yes.
Oh yeah.
Usually I have been, at least what has worked for me is I get off work, go home, take a nap, and then I get to the park around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I just do about 2 hours of that. And then I usually just hit either I used to hit Shrek Theater. I would either hit Shrek Theater or the Hollywood Plaza House first, because usually those would have the shortest waits around that time. Usually, just knock on wood, but really it just goes on whatever the app says is really best. But really, that was the secret I found out last year. Going there on a Friday night at like 10 o'clock and being able to do almost every house within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Usually, it was
Yeah.
pretty darn good strategy, which I'll be doing again this year. So that's what I'd recommend.
And then if you're talking like Starscream, the big debate is New York or Springfield. And of course, that's going to depend on what houses are where. Last year, it switched up, and it was the parade warehouses that had the big name properties that could get the big weights. So honestly, it really depends, like what the big houses are.
Yeah.
Usually,
It
of
might be
course,
that this year.
I'm a Duff Gardens guy. That's where I like to stay and scream. And I feel like even when the bigger houses are there, it still gives you an opportunity to knock out a lot more houses to start your night, regardless. You're guaranteed, even with Men in Black Tent Gun, you're still guaranteed to, you could knock out 3 or even 4, like very quick.
Yeah.
So I think it still sets you off on the right foot if you go back there, because the crowds, they're still going to take a while to get back there outside of Stay and Scream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think sometimes it depends on like what's a priority to you as well. Like if the houses that are high on your priority list are in the front, and there's more than one up there, I would maybe say do New York. But if that's not really a priority for you, then start in the back.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I'm a bit of a switch when it comes to I know that term has a totally different connotation. I like to switch it up. I do both. So it really depends on what time I'm coming in. So if I'm coming in during a rope drop and I'm not staying screaming, I'm getting away from Production Central as quickly as possible, and I am going to the back. But if what Nico said, if I'm coming in around 9 or 10, usually the back's a lot more crazy, and some of those Production Central kind of or like New York areas, their weights are actually better at that time, and the ones on the back are bad. So I don't have any sort of. I basically just hunt those short weights and then take it from there. So whenever I'm coming in, if the board says short, because I'm not a stay-in screamer, I don't. There most of the times I've done the event, I have not had an annual pass, and I have just gotten the multi-night ticket. So I'm kind of have the experience of coming in kind of like how a kind of a non-crazy event goer would go. So my strategy to you is just kind of look at the board, and if it seems slow in the back, start in the back. If when the time you're coming in, the back seems to be bad, hit the ones in the front and work your way back.
And hit the later shows.
Don't lock yourself into any sort of strategy. Kind of go with the flow of the night.
Mike said gay rights.
What? Oh no, that was a total BDSM joke. No.
Oh,
the switch.
Yeah.
I want the other. Oh God, oh no.
Yeah, Duff, you're the one who didn't get it.
Happy I did.
That's not the first time we've had BDSM jokes on this.
Moving.
Moving on to the woodshed.
The next voicemail is another friend of the show. Let's get out of that conversation.
Hey guys, it's Erin. I am just calling to leave a voicemail and let you guys know how awesome you are. I consider HHN 365 like the best HHN podcast out there now. I listen to HHN podcasts frequently all the time, and I just really love and respect you guys so much. It seems like you've been around forever, so that is a testament to how strong of a podcast you're running over there. Duff, you're awesome. Jess, I'm so proud of you for continuing to stay in this realm. I truly don't believe that we would have HHN podcasts complete if you weren't a part of them. And I'm just really happy for you guys and excited for what's to come, because I know you guys have a lot of exciting things coming down the line. I am at work. I will get back to work, but I will see you guys in the fog. Bye.
We feel the same, Jess. We feel the same.
Aww. Stop. I'm good. Love ya.
Thank you, Erin. That's very sweet. I appreciate that.
We
very kind
totally
words.
agree.
She actually left a second one.
I had no idea that was coming. Yeah.
I didn't realize. I also forgot what she said. I know we played this one earlier, but I was like, whoa. Second voicemail.
This is Erin again. One more thing. I expect to be on to talk only about Bughouse. Thank you. Goodbye.
Only talk about Bug House.
Only.
I mean,
I feel like this might just turn into a Bug House podcast eventually. If I was still on every week, I would probably turn it into a Bug House podcast.
well, luckily that's not the case. Goodbye.
Yeah, fortunately, for everybody involved.
But yes, I think that can be arranged, Aaron, for sure.
Oh, 100%. If not a whole episode to Bug House, at least a Stay in Screamcast episode or something.
Mhm.
To Bug House.
Absolutely.
We got something.
We'll bring back our house dissections for the Bug House.
Literally dissection in that case. Yeah.
I don't know if Aaron would appreciate that.
Oh no, the spiders.
No, not the spider, actually.
Oh,
Anyways, I think Mike stepped away. If he doesn't answer in 2, 1. Yeah, okay. So we can just carry on then. Thanks again, Aaron.
All right. Our next voicemail.
Hey, this is El Churro Guapo out from Texas. I just wanted to say congratulations, HHN 365, for your 100th episode. Hope to see you guys in the fog this year, and happy streams.
There's actually a second one from them as well.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dos El Toro.
Hey, HHN, it's El Churro Guapo again. So I forgot to give my question when I called a couple of days ago. So my question is this. It's my second year going back to the event, but I'm not going to be back there until late October, around the 28th of October to Halloween. And I'm concerned about merch, guest rates, like hot waiting times. And what do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should order everything that I want online prior to going to the event, or do you think I should just risk it and just get everything at the resort? So since I live up far from Texas, it's a little bit kind of difficult to travel everything. So I would really love your take on what I should do merch-wise. I would love any info on how to prepare for the wait times around that time of the season. And I also wanted to give a little shout-out to Miss Jess. I know you're a big Beetlejuice fan, and I hear I have a pretty good impersonation, so I wanted your take on it. Please be gentle on my impersonation. Here goes.
Oh, wow.
We've come for your daughter, Chuck. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for all
Jess,
the
that
great
was pretty
podcasts.
spot on, I'd say.
Have a
Yeah.
good day.
Oh, that was a great
Yeah.
beat. That
It
not
probably
even
sounded a lot better than that line of like young men that were doing they're trying to do the audition, all practicing before going in.
No, that was great. I don't know what Nico's doing right now, but
No, it's just I always have like this envision, like whenever like, hey, we're casting for this one character, and it's just a group of young men lined out outside the audition tent, all going like, say it's like Borat, and it's just a bunch of guys going like, my wife, very nice, my wife. You just walk past, and that's all you hear. And I just had a very funny vision of like every young man trying to audition for Beetlejuice last year doing that. But he should have done it. El Toro did a good
that
job.
was so good. No, really.
Yeah.
Like, not even lying. Good impersonation.
And El Toro Guapo, I just imagine that you woke up, like you left that voicemail, and 3 nights later, you just woke up in a sweat like, fuck, I forgot to leave the question I wanted to ask.
Sleep.
And I appreciate that. That is awesome. But for the actual question, the main part of it was, should I buy the merchandise I would like online or wait? And if we're judging it just off last year, if you are really into an item, buy it online ASAP, because house shirt gone by October. Other items I don't remember off the top of my head, gone early. Like they ran out of stuff early last year. So if you like really are into an item and you know you need it, just grab it online. Just play it safe. If you're not coming till the end of October, that's could get risky for merchandise.
Yeah, and then you don't have to carry it all the way back to Texas with you. Like,
right?
It already gets shipped out.
It'll
to
be
you.
in your suitcase. So there you go.
There you go. I would, definitely, especially like the little Boo Dad hat right now. You can't get it in the parks, so better off ordering that stuff online. The only stuff we have right now consistently, I don't even think the flannel is fully stocked anymore.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was very slim the other day. We didn't go today, but yeah, I would get it if it really speaks to you. If you could wait for it, then gamble on it, because then you get to see it and like touch it. I'm very like, I like to feel something before I buy it sometimes, especially the flannel. Like I keep talking about it, but I'm glad I got to feel it.
Mm.
So yeah, but all the merch is amazing. I can't wait for you to like see it in person.
And then the other part of the question was how to prepare for wait times around that time of season. And you said late October.
Halloween specifically.
I mean, if I like, it's the cop out answer, but if you can, Express, it is going to be busy.
Yeah, and
especially this year.
If you can't, like, I know it is so expensive, especially that weekend, like Halloween weekend, it's at its peak price, which is something crazy, I'm assuming. If you like, I mean, if you're going more than once, hopefully you get a frequent flyer because it does end up being worth it. But if not, and you can't do Express, definitely make sure you have a backup battery for your phone. Fuel rods are great. And there's charging or there's swap stations all over the park. Heads up is great if you have friends. I know that's such a basic bitch answer, but heads up really passes time. Just talk to your friends. There's probably, I mean, we've heard that there's going to be another game on the app. So hopefully that'll have like some HHN trivia to play. Listen to an HHN 365 episode. Shop for our new t-shirts.
Yeah, and I think another thing, when it's really busy, you don't have Express, and you try and knock out all the houses, don't be scared to wait in a longer line. I feel like there's so many times, and I've been there, like you're just trying to avoid the 40 plus or whatever it may be, that kind of limit for you. Everyone has that time where they're like, oh man, that's just too much. If you keep doing that, you're wasting more time trying to find the shorter wait at that point than you are just hopping in that house. As long as it's not like absolutely insane, it might be worth just hopping in one of your two top options at that point and getting it out of the way. And I think that probably leads you to better success to knock out everything.
Yeah, and sometimes wait times are inflated. I mean, most of the time they're accurate, but sometimes you'll find that it's shorter than an hour
late at
or
night.
Whatever is posted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And stay late if you can, because the later it gets, the shorter those lines get, even on something like Halloween night.
Yeah. If you can stay and scream till close, do it. Absolutely.
And if you can go closing night, it's especially this year, it's on a Monday, right? I think.
Sure, sounds right.
I feel like that might be dead. I can't guarantee anything, but
it'll definitely lessen most years.
Yeah, than last year. But
it is a Monday. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Express is only $139 that night.
So. So hey, if you can go
cheaper than opening weekend.
Yeah, if you're here the rest of that weekend, don't get Express for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Get it for Monday, and then just wait in the lines you can wait in.
There it is.
All right. Our next voicemail. This one.
Hey, horror fam. What's going on? It's Wade. I can't even say Wade now. You guys know I'm Eugene. I'm going to show some love to you guys. Congratulations on everything you're doing. And that's pretty much it. I can't do a monologue or anything cool, but just showing love. Later.
Joke's on you, Eugene. I've never called you Wade.
yeah, I've always called him Eugene.
Because that's what I call him. Hey, back on Scream Queens, I did try to call him Wade for a while. And then we got married, and I don't call him that anymore.
You can't do Mr. Wade. Like
that's my father.
Should we tease something with Wade? We might be seeing him in something shortly. Maybe. You can always edit this out if you need.
No,
to.
yeah,
no,
we
already mentioned it. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but like saying like what he was with that. So never mind.
Hey,
I know we already mentioned the shirts multiple times.
He is going to be in our release video. He was a model. He looked fucking great. He was giggling. We got that smile popping.
Yeah, he had a great smile.
Nico sent me,
I think he was the only one who did smile.
50 shots of him smiling. It was great.
He's so handsome.
Thanks again, Eugene, for putting up with all of that on Sunday.
He was so tired.
and then you dragged him to Epcot.
Dragged him?
No.
I offered
he dragged Jess to Epcot.
I was like, let's go home.
Oh, that's how it went.
I said, I'm tired. And he said, but the food and wine. And I was like, excuse me? And Duff's like, he's been talking about it all day.
just to see Joey Fatone.
Hey, he brought out Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh, he did.
It
Oh,
was
nice.
2/5 of insane.
Yo, where's Lance?
Oh no! If Lance would have came out, I told Duff I would have ascended. I would have been Max in Stranger Things. Vecna.
Epcot would have melted. Like the sinkhole would have opened up because everyone would have been so excited.
They're literally no more Epcot, just me. But thank you, Eugene, for leaving.
Thank you, Eugene. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene, for supporting all of my crazy podcast endeavors over the past 2 years. Really. Next one. Someone else we know. Let's go to another significant other.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, it's your favorite HHN 365 girlfriend. I just want to say you guys are awesome. It's great to see behind the scenes how much work you guys have put into the show and everything, and how much hard work pays off. So I'm just so proud of you guys. But I do have one thing to say specifically for Jess. Okay.
No.
No, this is my tooth. It belongs to me. You can't have it. You must have upset the fairy folk, Master James. The fairy folk aren't kind, nor forgiving. So what if they are? They can't have it, and nothing can change their mind. But they'll hurt her and take you away. You'll be doomed to live forever as a cursed monster. I don't care, and I don't believe you. I don't believe in fairies. Okay, that's all. Bye.
Apologies to the British folk that listen to the show.
No apologies needed.
Oh, the pain I feel.
Mary, I love that she was whispering because it's very obvious that Duff was probably in the house.
Yes, she went to the bathroom. Just went to the bathroom, and I heard her reciting, and I was like, "Oh no!"
I could feel Duff's soul just leave his body while this is happening.
I just love how she went, "This is for Jess," because every time last year when she would do that, I would get so upset. I hated that house, and I hated that monologue.
And you don't
Mary,
believe in fairies.
Mary just did it all the time. Mary, I love you.
Do we say thanks, or do we just move on?
We should say thanks.
She said some nice things.
Mary's been a great support to the podcast.
Mary's also in one of our models. She is one of our models.
She is one of our models.
She looks great.
Thanks for the first third of the voicemail, Mary. We appreciate it.
Mary, thanks for all the support. I'll say what Duff's trying to say.
Yeah, that.
All right. Our next one probably will not have a Tooth Fairy monologue in it, unfortunately.
Oh, you never know.
Jason, let's see what you're going to bring to the table.
Well, HHN 365, it's the 100. This is Jason from Minnesota. Quick try to say, first of all, great work. Love you. Been with you guys since the beginning. So hello to everybody. Congratulations on 100. And quick couple things from me. First of all, I've mentioned before how my favorite HHN shirt I've ever gotten was your, in fact, Slaughter Similar shirt. I bought it for myself for my birthday. I've shared it with, I think, Duff talked to you on Instagram about that. But also, my question for you, first of all, is what is one single moment or effect that you guys really remember and sticks with you forever? My quick version is Nightingale's blood spray from back in 21. In the middle of the trenches, machine gun fire over the top of you, military guy at the end of it, come on, let's go. Just as they got there, Nightingale pops up, grabs him, tears his top torso off, leaving just his bloody stumps of his torso bleeding and spraying me in the face. Never forget it. It was amazing. And finally, I've been going for a long, long time, so I've created with my friends the HHN Cool Kids Club. So shout out to Veronica, Ty, John, Nicole, Shayna, Megan. And my goal is to hopefully invite you guys officially as unofficial members to the HHN Cool Kids Club as well, which is way cooler than a Scream Squad, let's be honest. And then maybe one of these days I'll get all of my friends there with you guys, a little photo, who knows. Anyway, again, congratulations. I'm super excited. Loved hearing you guys. And we'll maybe see you in the vlog. Bye.
Jason, you just said so many things that made me happy. One, you brought up a shirt that we literally just re-released.
Literally.
I remember that conversation we had too. I think it was Instagram or Twitter, one of the two. But I do remember that conversation we had about you getting it. Also, you threw shade at Scream Squad.
Thank you.
You offered us an honorary spot in the HHN Cool Kids Club, and you literally brought me back to probably one of the best scenes that's ever been at HHN. So, thank you. I
Was
appreciate
that just
every
Duff
moment of that.
leaving a voicemail?
Maybe. You don't know my
TJ.
alter ego is Jason from Minnesota?
Hey, it sounds likely.
we have to.
If I was Jason from Minnesota, I would have done the most stereotypical Minnesota accent I could possibly do. So I won't offend Jason with that now, and we'll just carry on.
We're gonna have to put F's in the chats for Jason because his local amusement park up there, Valley Fair, decided not to do a haunt this year.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're doing a Halloween event with all fun and no fright. They say it's called
No.
Valley Fair Tricks and Treats
Boo.
instead of Valley Scare. Valley Scare is a great name.
Oh, that's almost as good as Not Scary Farm. Like the
Not
name.
Scary Farm or Scarowinds.
Oh, Scarowinds is good. Ooh. Jason, first of all, I've never been invited to a Cool Kids Club, let alone an HHN one. If you would have told teenage me I was getting invited to one of those, wouldn't believe you. So thank you. let us know when you're coming. We can grab a beer,
well,
maybe
we can
run some
definitely do that.
houses. Also, there's more shirts where that Slaughter Cinema one came from.
Wait.
What?
No, I'm joking.
No. What, Nico?
I was
What?
like, wait, what? Wait, what? There's more shirts?
There's a couple more.
I will need to hydrate better.
Was there a question? I can't remember.
Yes. So basically, like one scene or effect you remember
Oh yes,
that
Nightingales.
stands out to you. Yeah. I can go first.
Please.
'Cause I already kind of know. So I'm going to do one honorary mention because I don't know why this one was so effective to me because it was so simple. The Blackout Room and Graveyard Games, the way they whispered, creepy, amazing, loved it, great.
Mhm.
But my real one is going to be the effect of revealing scares through camera flashes from Dead Exposure at HHN 18, my favorite house of all time. It's, at the time especially so unique, and it was done so well. They've tried similar things. You could say like the headlamps are kind of a similar effect, and strobes revealing scares, but it just literally felt like camera flashes were revealing. And it was a photographer was the main character of the house, and it made so much sense, and it worked so well, and it's my favorite house ever, and how can I not pick that, right?
Literally. I can't. There's so many, and like I don't want to pick Graveyard Games for everything, which is really hard. Nico, do you have one? Because I can't think of anything. I'm trying.
Oh man,
he really liked when
what was it again?
Clownzilla popped out and Killer
God.
Clown.
I couldn't quite hear the quote. What was that again?
Like an effect or moment that stands out to you. From
Oh yeah,
HHN.
an effect or moment that stands out. Thank you. I was like, what was that question? I am a covered bridge bitch. I fucking loved that covered bridge. And I just thought of that. I can't believe it took me a
there's
full
our
day to
next
come up
shirt.
with that.
There it is.
Yeah. Covered bridge.
That I will wear with pride.
Yeah, that was when I first walked through there, I was like, "The fuck is this?" I was blown away by that effect, and I still talk about it. Like, I think that was like the first thing I said to you was like, "Did you see the covered bridge?"
Anytime I've heard you talk to someone that's like doesn't go to HHN and you'd like talk about like what you've enjoyed, you have always since the event brought up the fucking covered bridge.
Yeah, the covered bridge. It's great.
They did a whole fucking covered bridge inside of a house.
I'm a man with simple pleasures. All right.
Did you not see the whole ass plane in Seeds of Extinction? Like,
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
He didn't.
Oh, I
his
didn't
first
realize
event
that.
was 29.
Oh,
I never saw Seeds, so maybe we'll see the other half of the plane.
No, it's
And,
it's not a Jungle Cruise. What's the Casablanca scene situation? It's not that. Get your Disney brain out of here.
It's all right.
Okay. So, I guess so. The only one I can really think of, I say only one. First of all, the entrance into Scary Tales in 2018, like the reveal of that castle while the witch was flying. It's not really a scare, but just the setup and the reveal to that was, it gave me chills. I just remember screaming, not anything, just screaming. Uh, but my other one is in 29 Universal Monsters, when you would walk by and the wolf man would fly at you and you would the guy would shoot the gun from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
If that hit perfectly, which it did more often than not for me,
Spectacular.
wrecked. It was just chef's kiss of a scare.
Yeah, no,
Beautiful.
that I should also use that as there's so many honorary mentions. There's been so many memorable, like, oh man. HHN, you keep doing you, boo. You keep making this event the way you do.
You keep doing you, little boo.
He is.
Everywhere. Little boosicles.
Oh.
Oh god. Next voicemail.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Jason.
All right.
Hey guys, this is Jonathan from the Hung Up on Horror podcast. I just wanted to say, congratulations for making it to 100 episodes. This is really amazing. I've been listening to you guys for a while, and you're truly the highlight of my week. So thank you for producing just some amazing HHN content every week. It's just awesome. I really love it. And also, I have a question for you guys that is totally on brand for me, and that is, what was your favorite scene from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house in HHN 30?
Of course. And Jonathan, thank you. Jonathan is like the most day one listener you can have. He's the first person who ever was just like consistently engaging with us, and he's become a great friend of the show and someone I actually will hang out with. So, really appreciative of everything. He actually also provides us, I think I revealed this like a week or two ago, he provides us the detailed write-ups of John Murdy's Q&As and like info I might have missed from the week. You're very crucial to actually what we do on the show as well, so thank you for that too, Jonathan.
No, seriously, I learned so much information from you.
Yeah, Jonathan's absolutely great. You should definitely go listen to him over there on Hung Up on Horror.
And also a highlight, if you want to go back to 2020, he was our guest because he was a huge fan of John Massari, who we had on the show.
That's
the composer
right.
of Killer Clowns, and he did great on that episode. And I think that's when he realized he'd be good for podcasting. So go check that out.
We said that to him. I remember that. I remember staying up till like 1 a.m. trying to record that damn episode, and we were like, "Yeah, you should do that." And sure enough, he turned into a little podcaster himself.
Hung Up on Horror.
He does
still
a great
kicking,
job
for sure. They're going strong. Him and Christy, go check it out. But anyways, you also had a question. Your favorite scene of Texas Chainsaw Massacre from HHN 30?
Oh, that's difficult.
Actually, for me, it's kind of easy. That facade, when I saw it, like knowing it wouldn't be the house at first, but seeing the gas station and the detail that puts you in, it was just so immersive, and I think so unique to use that as the facade. So, to be honest, right off the bat, that's my favorite scene.
Yeah, Facade Week 1 definitely was good until all y'all ruined it by ripping down
all the
Lost Dog posters.
Mm-hmm.
Jerks. Leave stuff alone.
Keep your hands to yourself. Come on.
I like the fact that they used products from Publix throughout the house.
Yes.
There's no Publix in Texas, and maybe they moved
turn
it
them
over
and or like kind of put tape
it was really
over.
funny to see that. But no, they did such a great job with that last year. The Inagata Davida room was good when the psychedelic room was good, and getting chased down the hall. That was such a great effect there. But I would have to give it to the facade. That was definitely facade of the year last year.
I don't know if it was my facade of the year. It was a good facade. I mean, the facade was great. I was gonna say the psychedelic room as well, but for me, that finale room, the room of 1,000 leather faces, just wrecked me, and that's also the room that my mother threw me into a wall. On my bachelorette night because
I remember this story.
terrified of Leatherface, so I will hold that room very highly.
If the consistency was better there, I would have
Mhm.
probably put that higher because it was really inconsistent how that went. Because I mean, sometimes you'd go through and get a perfect pinball
Mhm.
through there, and but then sometimes you'd go through there and you'd get like one chainsaw. But
I kind
for
of
sure.
I loved hated when you would get fully stopped in there for like a minute and you had a Leatherface just pick on one person and they were scared every time.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
They really
Um,
like got their confidence in that room like as the event went on.
oh yeah, they
Yeah.
started to feel it. They started to feel it for sure.
Oh yeah.
God, that was such a great house. I miss Texas Chainsaw the Massacre house.
It'll come back in a couple years.
Yeah, it probably won't. Hopefully, it probably won't be as good, but
It'll come back in a couple years, just like Halloween. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, this is HHN 365 News. This is Kyle from Most Excellent Adventures. I left you guys like a ton of voicemails last year. But I thought I don't have any questions for you guys this time around. But yeah, well, it's Nancy drew Mike since Nancy drew me. Why was he gone for his big hiatus? I kind of have an idea, but yeah, I want to hear it from the horses. I want to get all the meat and potatoes, as Mike would say. Anyways, thank you guys and gal for producing over 100 episodes of quality content for everyone to enjoy and be entertained by, and that you guys are inspiration for my content creation as well. I haven't made any HHN YouTube stuff this year.
oh, did he cut out there at the end?
Oh,
Oh.
connection issues.
Oh.
Over and over. So thank y'all. You guys keep it on. Remember.
It's not the file. I think it's the voicemail.
Yeah. Well, Kyle,
Aw, dang.
thanks for leaving a voicemail. It was nice to hear from you again. You
Yes.
used to leave us voicemails, not saying, oh, where are you now? But we appreciate that you have done and are doing so again. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch most of what you said there. You had nice things to say for sure. But I couldn't really tell. I know you said something.
I heard something about Nancy
yeah,
Drew.
and Mike. I think it sounded something about Mike's hiatus. And then we have no idea what happened at the end. As long as I'm assuming we heard the same thing there.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, yeah, if you asked a question or had a request, sorry we didn't fully catch it. But let us know. Let me know on Twitter, or if you want to leave another voicemail, and we'll definitely address whatever it may have been.
Yes, please. If I want to answer if it was a question, I feel bad.
I wanted to bring something up before I forgot it. We also right before we started recording, got a voicemail that sounded like it had connection issues as well, and it had basically no audio, just some kind of more clicking than anything, and it was 40 seconds of it though. So if you called from a 918 number and you don't hear yourself today, I'm sorry, there's just literally no audio. So again, if you want to reach out to us or leave another voicemail, of course, I'd be happy to discuss with you then.
Maybe they were calling that the warranty on your coffin car was expired. And it didn't quite make it all the way through.
I hate you.
Well, someone you don't hate. You guys know this next voicemail.
Hey, well, I called earlier, but disregard that. Listen, it's me. I'm not even going to say who it is. I don't want to put myself in any kind of incriminating situation. But I want to wish y'all a happy 100th episode to HHN 365. Shout out to Duff. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Jess. Shout out to Nico, the producer. He said he retired from producing. I don't believe him. He's full of shit. That's my boy, though. Anyway, man, I'm going to make it out to HHN one day. I promise. I promise you, I'm going to make it out to HHN. We just got to choose a hot day in September on the weekend, maybe on a Saturday, so I can put the chubbies on, ass out. You know how I do things. Or we can do it later in the fall, I can wear the sweatpants, FedEx Express tractor package. Let the people see what they can get. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Happy 100th. anniversary. Happy 100th episode to you guys. And this is going to be a 100th anniversary, too. It's HHN 365. You're forever. You already know. Anyway, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Shit's crazy out here. Anyway, bye.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Shit's crazy out here. I'm going to say that at HHN now.
He's out there flying the friendly skies. Thank you so much, caller.
Yeah.
Keep it anonymous.
So if anyone wants to see this unnamed caller with ass all out there, come HHN. We don't know what day yet, but come find him.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I need to be there that day.
Oh my god.
I absolutely have to be there.
He's
that
probably
day.
not even listening to this.
No, he's not.
Well, thank you, anonymous caller.
I will.
Yeah, thank you, anonymous.
I think there's a good chance there are people who are listening who know of this person, not because of us, because of him and what he's done in the past. Just pointing that out.
Okay.
He is semi part of the Nico expanded universe.
Yeah, that's true.
Of podcasting.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
But now
Nico,
defunct.
you have your own universe.
At one time. That's what Winter Blunderland was. It was the Avengers event.
Okay.
Little did we know it was also Endgame.
Yeah, it was also Endgame. Because not many things continued after that.
Oh goodness gracious!
Winter Blunderland took all the effort out of me. We raised over $1,000 during that shit.
Yeah, I think it was like 1,200. It was
and you were on it too, Jess.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we did something. Scream Queens and something.
You were like while we were setting something else up, you were like one of the videos that played.
Yes. Oh my god. Wow. Look how far. Look at us now. I killed you.
Yeah, you killed me. I mean, Winter Blunderland had already had me on my back heels, and then you just came in with the final, the final swipe.
So someone already took a chunk out of you.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was a husk of a man, just like the corn that may or may not have been planted yet.
The maze.
The maze.
We've been recording for too long. Officially, we're delirious.
Yeah. Well, Mike's away, so the kids will play.
Well, there's 5 more voicemails.
Oh boy,
that was the exact issue. Is that the kids are playing, but you know.
Yeah, that is the issue.
Okay, next voicemail.
Hey guys, this is Nelson. Started listening to the podcast this year, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm so happy for y'all to make it to 100. Jeff and Jess will always be my OGs, so I'm still getting used to this.
Oh, where's Mike for that?
Just kidding. So my question to y'all isn't about this year's event. My ultimate dream IP for the event would be the video game Dead by Daylight. And I will keep lobbying HHN online every chance I get to have this happen. If you're not familiar, I highly recommend giving it a look. It has a lot of maps, characters, and game-related fanfare that I think would translate incredibly to HHN. So my question for each of you is, what is your number one ultimate IP you'd like to see at this event that hasn't showcased before? Again, congratulations on 100, and I'll see you in the fall.
Nelson, if
this Mike guy.
Mike would have heard that, I would have loved it. So we're gonna make sure he hears it. Don't worry, we're gonna play it for him whenever he gets back.
Yeah.
And on Mike too. I'm not letting him get away. I'm not letting him get away. But an IP that I need to see is The Thing, the original '82 film. The Thing.
Wow.
It's my favorite horror movie. We've got The Thing, but not The Thing, and Assimilation, and I want the original. That's all I want. I'm gonna be honest.
You've talked about that before. I'm also going to talk about something I've talked about before. I'm sticking with video games. Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead lends itself well to a theme park environment, a haunt. I have talked about this on Scream Queens. I'm definitely talked about it on 365. I've talked about it on so many other podcasts. I can't believe they haven't done it. There was just a sequel, right? Or was it remastered? I can't remember. No, there wasn't a sequel. That was something else. That was Dead Island, I think. Whatever zombie game. I played a lot of them back in the day. So, Left 4 Dead. Just please.
That would be incredible if they do that. I think Valve would be probably more than happy to let them use that IP.
Right?
Too, with that. Yeah, it would be incredible if they did Left 4 Dead with that. In terms of an IP that has never been utilized and like to be used, I always throw out Star Trek whenever I'm asked this question. I would love to see like a 60s style like Star Trek horror house, like that, or like you're on like a Klingon ship and you're trying to like fight the disease. That's like you're going through like battles, and or there's like a raging monster that's on there, or the Borg has come in, assimilated this little section of the house, and you get to go through there. I would love to see that get implemented somehow, some way. I don't think it ever will happen. Just like we'll never see a Treehouse of Horror house that I've always wanted. But yeah, there's so many IP out there that haven't been utilized. But that's why I'm saying something that probably will never happen.
Yeah, and I think that.
But Left 4 Dead Left 4 Dead would probably happen someday. I could definitely see that if they decide to do like Left 4 Dead 4 or something. I would love to see that happen.
It would probably just be called Left 4 Dead again, but like a bigger 4.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Hey, there you go. Hey Valve, listen to this.
Please, I talk about it so much. Anytime anybody asks me my dream IP after Beetlejuice now, but we've already gotten that. And Trick or Treat, it was like right behind it. So, it's Left 4 Dead. Always
So good.
And then
it's the only good zombie content there is. Like you couldn't that's really the only zombie game that I think you could really do. I mean, you could probably do like Silent Hill or a Resident Evil.
Wow,
but,
so funny that you named those two.
I've already done them.
Oh, they have.
Those are
They've
the
done
two,
Resident
the
Evil.
two
They've
they
done both
have
of them.
done. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Off of that one? Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
They weren't great.
Yeah, and I feel like Left 4 Dead might also have to be a scare zone. So I could just because like
yeah,
you
that'd
kind
be
of
cool.
need the theme park backdrop. I feel like it's part of the set, or you could do a house into a scare zone.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Well, okay, I'm done talking about zombies. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
And also, Nelson, your shout of Dead by Daylight is great because basically at that point you're getting a mashup of basically horror movies and franchises and characters, and that who doesn't want to see that? So great choice there.
Yeah. And thank you for throwing shade at Mike. I thought it was hilarious.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. Mwah.
I'm glad that me and Duff are your normal because I'm just the
Yeah, that's weird. I've never.
I'm just over here. Who's next? No Name is literally what it says.
Hey, HHN 365. Just calling. Just congratulate on the 100th episodes. There's one thing that you said in a couple episodes ago about how to get a good run. I would suggest if you see one of intoxicated people interview, like frat boys or whatever, just let two groups of people go in front of you. It would make your time much more enjoyable because want to come out with it when they're having rowdy guests in front of them or whatever. Like, Also, I really hate Carnival Graveyard. I really do. That was a crappy house. But it was basically it was unfriended. I guess we couldn't get the right to unfriended. Like, I don't know. And also the market for Little Boo sell out of everything. That's my time. Thank you guys. Bye.
The great part is Jess was just telling me how underrated Carnival Graveyard is today. In
Stop!
her
Why you call me
opinion.
out like this? I liked Carnival Graveyard. I understand a lot of people didn't. I said that to you. I liked it.
I
But
liked
I
it.
also only got to go through it twice because I didn't live here yet. I also said that.
Woe is
So,
me.
did they ever say their name in the message?
If they did, there was points where that was cutting out a bit. I know.
Okay, yeah.
There was something about the market for Little Boo. I heard. I don't know if that
Mhm.
was a positive or negative comment about that.
Again, yeah.
Mystery.
Me neither.
Right.
Up to interpretation.
But I think that's pretty much all we missed in it, right? I think that's a great point about kind of getting a better experience, because sometimes there are people who, I mean, you can't always judge who's going to be a bad group to go through a
Right.
house next to, but if they're very loud and very drunk, like very drunk, maybe a good idea to try to, again, step away and let a couple people pass you, and so you can maybe get a better experience, because the people around you can ruin it, a walkthrough. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. And also, don't be afraid to ask attendants and like team members in line. There were multiple times last year where like just like the group behind us, maybe they were drunk, but they were getting like too close to us or touching, like bumping into us and not saying, sorry, or like realizing personal space. And just for our sanity, we would just say, hey, could you let some people pass and then let us get back in line to a team member just because we don't feel comfortable? And they would help us out 9 times out of 10.
Mm.
So definitely use like the resources that are around you and the people that work there if you need to for stuff like that.
Definitely. So didn't catch your name there, of course, but thank you so much for leaving us a voicemail.
Yeah, 3 more left.
Hey y'all, my name is RJ. So I'm a big cryptozoology fan, and with Chupacabra rumored to be getting a house this year, and Yeti getting his own house in 2019, my question is this. If you could choose any cryptid to either get a house themed after them, or even potentially be the icon for the event, which one would you go with? Thanks. Bye.
Cryptid. Oh, okay. I was like, I'm really into crypto. And I'm like, ugh.
That's what I do.
Like, now that's a scary house.
That's a great question, actually.
Blockchain the house.
Oh man. Kind of a big name one and maybe a cop out, but I love a nice water house if pulled off correctly. So I'm gonna go the Loch Ness Monster. That's good counts, right? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not the one to ask about cryptids and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's a cryptid? To be honest.
Like the New Jersey Devil, like is La Llorona? No, maybe not.
Oh, okay,
No.
like a urban legend.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Okay. I don't know then.
Little skunk ape.
I would
maybe?
love to see like a Jaws house. I mean, technically Jaws could be a cryptid.
Nico.
What? Being true.
I want an IP Jaws house. That's my cryptid.
I'm surprised Nico didn't just like name a Pokemon. And, like,
Honestly,
That
I
would
want
be cool.
Jigglypuff house.
Oh man, we could get
Jigglypuff
like
house. That's just the weekend. That's the weekend house.
No, I would love like a Kyogre house if we're doing a Pokemon style.
What is that? What? A Kyogre?
He's the
what generation?
He was in Gen 3.
Gen
he was
3?
the water. Yeah, he was the water like legendary in Gen 3.
I know
that team Agua was trying to
Let me-
control to flood the world.
They were called Team Agua.
Aqua, yeah, the Team Agua. Team Magma and Team Agua. I think it's Aqua. Yeah, it's Aqua, not Agua. My bad.
You know how little I know about the weekend? I know more about the weekend than I do about Pokemon. So,
no.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
this conversation is going fantastic. I also am not like I said, a big cryptid person.
No, you're more into crypto. I've seen your I've seen your wallet.
We've been recording too long. I guess like my cop out would be the New Jersey Devil because I spent a year in New Jersey and god damn it's scary.
Not the devil part, just the Jersey part.
It's the Jersey part. Especially if it's North Jersey, god.
Look out, it's a gabagool.
Oh no, you can't pump your own gas.
Oh no.
The New Jersey Turnpike. That's
Yeah, haunted houses in New Jersey don't mix. Kids, look up Great Adventure Fire.
Oh no. Oh my god, my husband just texted me from the room. He said the Jersey insults need to stop.
No.
Never.
The insults will continue
wasn't
until morale improves.
Action Park also in Jersey?
Yes, it was.
Action Park
Eugene
is
has
in Jersey.
been
Oh,
to
no
Action
way.
Park.
No fucking way.
Made him watch the documentary.
Oh
'Cause
my
Like
God.
the OG or the
he went to the OG. He
gentrified one.
I don't know. I mean, I can't ask him right now. He's in bed, but he
Next time I see him, I'm gonna quiz him on that.
What was the OG one? When was that?
The dangerous one, the one in the 80s.
He was born in the 80s, so probably the gentrified one, but he said it was still dangerous as fuck. They went there, all the high schools went there.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, but he didn't do anything. He said, I wasn't going to touch any of those rides.
Well, RJ, sorry we kind of hijacked the voicemail there, but I hope that it was entertaining at the fair. I also hope you have no relation to New Jersey because, well, obviously.
The New Jersey Devil is still my answer.
And Nico picked a Pokemon that we've never heard of. Okay, so carrying on.
I'm sure there is a good crossover of Pokemon fans and this podcast.
Who live in New Jersey, specifically.
Yeah.
I want Mike to come back into this conversation.
What's going on, guys? Oh, no.
New Jersey. I hope the next person's from Jersey.
All right. How many more voicemails?
I think
two.
Two. All right. Let's go. Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's Nicole. I wanted to say congrats on 100 episodes of your podcast. I also wanted to thank you for answering my previous two questions. Even though they seemed a little hard, I really appreciated your answers and found them very helpful. And I've got a couple more little speed round of questions for you. Number one, can you make a meal, even if it's not very nutritious at all, out of the specialty food they offer at HHN, or do you recommend eating an actual dinner before the event? Two, something you wish you knew your very first time going, some kind of tip or trick that you wish you knew on your first HHN. Three, something you wish you brought to your first HHN, like you didn't realize, oh, the sun's still going to be when I go, so I wish I brought sunglasses or something like that. Four, do they offer non-alcoholic specialty drinks or just alcoholic versions? And then five, what would be your dream piece of merchandise for this year's HHN? Anything, sky's the limit. Thank you so much, and congrats again.
Thanks for calling back in, Nicole. And I think the no-name answer also gave an answer to one of your previous questions, so look how that works out.
Yeah. Yeah, we've answered a couple of those kind of already.
Can you make a meal out of them though? Like we're not building one. Yeah, I think if you buy like two items, I think that's about the size of a meal for most items. So yeah, definitely you can have a full meal, and I think your first time visiting, yeah, it's worth trying specialty foods, and not stopping in City Walk or wherever beforehand.
Yeah,
of course
and eat as
it'll
you
take more
go.
time out of your night, but if you're not too just concerned about cramming every single minute into the houses and scare zones, definitely get food while you're there. For sure, I recommend it.
Yeah, and as you go around the park, snack. Like there's so many options. Like last year there were so many food options, and we're already seeing more food booths pop up, I guess. So I would snack as you go, and there's also drink options. There are I don't know if there's 100% non-alcoholic specialty drinks. I think there were a few maybe last year, but they're not like what we call the Blinky cup drinks. You can probably still get them in Blinky cups. And unfortunately, they're pre-mixed, most of those drinks, so it's not like something you could get without the liquor.
Mm-hmm.
They have those like slushy things, the waffle.
Don't do it.
They're terrible. Don't do them, Nicole, please. Don't do that to yourself. But I think if you go to Finnegan's, because it's a full service bar, just tip the bartenders and ask them if they can make you like a mocktail or something with whatever they have.
Yeah, because they do a special cocktail menu there for HHN as well. So,
and those are all hand poured in front of you, so they can absolutely substitute things. So, I would definitely do that.
Another question.
That's what I'd probably be doing.
Yeah, all right, there you go. No, we're gonna find you the right drink. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Another question was, what was something you wish you knew and also brought to your first HHN? I'm going to adjust that more to like now because the things I would say would not involve the event anymore and would not be needed anymore. So I'd say one thing I would bring if like maybe I wasn't thinking about, would definitely be an external battery, like 100%. It's a long night. In the queues, you're probably going to be on your phone quite a bit. If you like to take pictures, you're going to be doing that a lot. So you're going to be using your phone quite a bit, most likely, and you don't want it to die. So,
and the Wi-Fi isn't the best there, so
No.
your phone's gonna be constantly searching for Wi-Fi. So that will really drain your battery as well.
Yeah, and something if you are gonna drink and don't love, theme park water options, bring like a reusable water bottle or a collapsible one. They even have those. And you can just get the water out of the freestyle machines because it's still filtered and it'll be better than like, I don't know, smart water or whatever the other option is.
And sometimes it'll taste like the drink that just got poured before you.
You get a
little
free
extra.
little
You get a little extra there.
flavored water. But also, this might be like a girl tip, but it's not really. They make these lovely things called anti-chafe cream because it gets really hot, and anyone can use them. It's just like a Glide gel. I think runners also use it. That stuff is fantastic when it's September 2nd and it's still 99 degrees outside during Stay and Scream, and then you're walking miles later. So that was something I wish I knew back in 2017. Just to have a comfortable night, and then also you can look cute while wearing comfortable footwear.
Yeah,
doesn't have to.
No one's gonna look at your shoes.
No.
Everyone's gonna be looking at shirts.
Yeah, it doesn't always at the HHN 365 shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But yeah.
I think the same thing for me for like what I wish I would have known, and that's just the amount of walking you'll do because it's going to prepare you, whether that's bringing items or knowing that you're going to have to stay hydrated more or eat more, whatever it may be for your specific case. Lot of walking.
Oh yeah, even if you think Universal and how big it is, you're walking backstage to get to
the park
all
is like
of these.
doubling in size, basically how much you're going to walk.
And you don't have options. You have to go the way that they send you. So sometimes it's a longer path than you're expecting.
And valet is not free on those nights, so that's an even longer walk back to your car.
No,
so
and also if
be
you're
prepared,
if you're local and used to, locals park free after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., that does not count during HHN. I think that goes to 11 or 10.
I think it's 10 p.m. I want to say
10.
So
10 p.m.
You can't show up and expect to park for free if you don't have parking in your pass, which is another big one.
And then I believe the last part of it, a piece of merch that you would love to see. Honestly, I'm going to go with sort of a cop-out because they kind of did it for HHN Light mainly. So the original HHN 30 merch, and that's bringing back like old houses, scare zones, properties at the event, originals they've done on merchandise. Stuff that I've loved in the past that I didn't get to get my hands on, or they didn't make a house shirt for it, or whatever it may be. Getting like those old properties and characters on merchandise is really cool. Even if it's not an anniversary, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the horror throwback. I had the Chance one on today.
There you go.
No, I love it. I didn't get to go those years. I wish that they would just put a print-on-demand kiosk, and you could just flip through house shirts, year shirts, and I didn't get to go, but I can spend $30 to get the I would spend $30 to get the 2017 house shirt because I didn't get it, and that's my big regret for merch because I have all the other years. So they would make so much money. I guess that's not my answer though, because Duff already said it. I guess so. My dream, and I've said it before, and I guess it half came true. I want HHN Loungeflies and Funkos because that's the same company. I've talked about it before. The Screamers bag is like a copy Loungefly style, but it's nowhere near the same quality. And like design style, and I collect Loungeflies. So a Loungefly is like my number one, right behind Funkos.
I the two I'm taking Pop, but yes, of course.
Obviously, I get that, but yeah.
And more white and gray t-shirts because it's still hot and sunny for half of the event early in the season.
Hey, we're partially helping you out with HHN merch.
I know, it is. It's great.
We got one of the two.
You're filling in the gaps. But I will always stand up on that hill with my blowhorn and be like, other colors exist besides black.
We can't help you out with anything else. Sorry.
Yeah.
All All right, and our last voicemail is from Thomas.
Hey, HHN 365. My name is Thomas. I'm from Orlando. Big fan of your guys' podcast. I listened to a couple of HHN podcasts for like years, and one other one is probably my go-to. I just want to say you guys are fucking awesome, dude. You guys are all three of you, or whatever. I don't know if I included what's his name. See, I don't even know his name. But yeah, you guys are fucking great. Love all the work you guys do. As a former HHN's character, I really enjoy just listening to like just everyone's opinions about past HHN and whatnot. My first year was 2015. I worked in body collectors recollection. But yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. Happy 100th episode. I don't know if it's gonna make it to this one or not, but best of luck going forward. See you guys in the fall for HHN 31. Peace.
And Nico comes back for a special episode and catches shade. What a night this has been. This is
all
now
right.
he remembered you. It's good. Thomas, thank
Yeah.
you for the voicemail. I hope I think we're kind of cool too, right? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
We're
bit.
part of the cool kids, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorary members.
And Minnesota are pretty cool people. That's where Prince is from. So
Hey, do we get certificates for that? Sorry, Thomas. Thank you. That was. Thank you for leaving a voicemail. I think we're delirious.
A little bit.
We're loopy.
I apologize. I said I would get rid of body collectors earlier, and you said you worked as a scare actor as in your first year there. My bad.
Oh,
My
you
bad,
did say
Thomas.
that.
nope. You can still stand by it.
I stand by it. I just said I'm sorry. My bad.
No.
I'm not changing my answer. But yeah, I guess that's all we got. Wow. That was an outpouring of love, and I really did kind of expect after we kind of open it up, someone would talk some kind of shit. Right?
I know.
So just a little bit, just a little tad. I kind of wanted it. So if anyone wants to leave us a shit talking voicemail, we'll play it. It's cool.
Now you're just asking for trouble.
Yes, I literally am. Correct.
Well, most of it will be probably towards, aimed towards me. So
I said I didn't like Marathon of Mayhem and I wanted to get rid of it.
Oh,
or
someone's coming for your neck, Jess.
You did say that.
Make sure you get my jugular if you do. Hit a major artery, please.
There is also a very huge crossover of people who perform in Rocky Horror and are HHN fans, and that's probably not going to bode well for me either. So
what I'm hearing is
they're just a bunch of rich weirdos.
Wow. 100 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like I was waiting for
100.
Mike to say something, but we haven't fully said it, but Mike had to step away to care for his children, which understandable. It happens. He was here for about half the episode, so we got a taste. We got a nice little taste of Mike in here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can just kind of wrap it up then. Again, thank you to everyone. That was a lot of voicemails, a lot of people calling in, and
that was a lot.
I don't think I can truly express how much it means to me, and I think I could speak for everyone as well, how much it means to us as a podcast. And 100 is a huge number. It's been nothing but a love project, and I am super excited to do 100 more, hopefully. And I don't think I don't think it'll be an issue because we're only coming out with more stuff. We're expanding the brand.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I was able to be replaced by such a great, content creator in Jess. You've really done such a fantastic job and help wrangling the boys a lot better than I ever could. To be completely honest. And actually helping them get to the point because they've been wanting to do merch for such a long time, and I know that they really appreciate you helping be the impetus for that and pushing that all forward. I do miss being on the show sometimes, but I'm really glad that you have taken on such a great role and have taken this to greater heights because of it. So
thank you, Nico.
yeah, I truly mean that, and I hope y'all will be happy enough to have me back.
We told you
maybe later in this, like after the season, and maybe I'll even bring my wife on.
Yeah.
See what she said.
Nico's first ever experience with 365 was a first timers episode, and now he'll get to bring his wife on for a first timers episode.
That will be a huge episode.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
And
yes,
Nico, while you're here, I know you kind of hate when I do this, but you heard the voicemails. The people loved you. They missed you. And I'm sure they were glad to hear you be back. And of course, the door is always open for you to come on an episode when you feel like it.
Yeah. It's been a fun ride through all of our HHN Quiplashes that we put together, and I'm super stoked that y'all get to have a live event. I'll be there supporting y'all
Nico
for
meet
that,
and greet.
so I got to make sure I get to half barrel early for that. I might drag along one of my former podcast hosts with me. I don't think he knows about it yet, but I'm sure he'd be down to join us.
He's 30 and he likes it.
Yeah, he's a little bit more than that.
It was play on words.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. But yeah, that was it was a great ride, and I'm glad to see it continue on, and I'm super stoked to see y'all out there and see you in the streets.
Oh, and I'm sure Mike would have something very nice to say too. So just envision his voice saying something very nice and appreciative, because I know we talked about earlier. I've been emotional, kind of thing. He's been very touched by how many people are reaching out and saying kind things about the show and us. So I'll say that for him. He's very appreciative of everyone listening.
Yeah.
But I guess that's time to kind of sign off for our 100th episode. Of course, as always, Twitter, Instagram, at HHN365. Engage with us. We're always happy to just chat with people. TikTok at HHN365pod. It's not brand new anymore. It's newish, I guess we'll go with. And like many people did tonight, if you want to join us here on the show, leave us a voicemail at 407-906-4134. Hopefully we see you at our live trivia. Hopefully you grab some merch. Hopefully you enjoy the line and the video and the work that Nico and the models really put in to help us with that. And otherwise, see you in the streets.